Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley.
And I'm your co-host, Ease.
Tonight we got 5 lovely ladies on the podcast. We talking dating and relationships. Let's go. Actually, Gabby, off. You done. And you want to leave too? This is how our relationship goes. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. All right, we are back, ladies and gents. So, if anyone tuned into my debate that I had 2 days ago, I believe I debated a Hebrew Israelite. He got washed easy. Debated him on does God give us free will? Homie contradicted himself many times. He lied. I had to actually play the clip back during the live stream and then catch him in lies. And then he rage quit. So after you're done watching this episode, go watch the last debate that I had. Cooked him bad, no Fugazee style. But other than that, we've been going crazy with debates. So we got another debate night this Sunday as well. So tune into the show. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and get into the normal schedule program. And we got a few links in the description. First link is going to be for the members. Bro, we got the most members we ever had, too. Yeah. Forgot to tell you, we got mad members, bro.
Word.
Yeah, most members we ever had.
You.
So everyone that's been joining, I appreciate you. And then also to the people that actually gift memberships, we greatly appreciate you. So keep gifting memberships, and then the people that's being gift those memberships, remember to renew your membership. But we got 3 tiers. First tier is gang, second tier is hitman, third tier is mob ties. You join any of those tiers, you locked in with us, you could DM me on Instagram. I'll DM you right back. If you have any ideas that you want us to incorporate into the show, if they're good ideas, we will incorporate it into the show. But you're also welcome to the cookout. Ease, what you bringing to the cookout, bro?
I'm bringing women.
Ease bringing the chicks. Okay, cool. The next link is gonna be for coaching. Coach men and women on dating and relationships. Coach men on masculinity. I do couples coaching, and then also media and marketing coaching. So click that link if your chick is withholding sex for compliance. Click that link if you lack in the masculinity, you lackadaisical, you got low T levels, and you just can't seem to get through and reach your goals. Click that link, man. I got you. Or if you're trying to start a podcast or you got a business and you need some media and marketing strategies, click the link. I got you. The next link in the YouTube description is going to be for the merch, but we're currently sold out. So we should be ran up soon. I know I've been promising y'all, but we actually have some hoodies and some sweats and all that, but we're just coming up with everything proper for y'all. But merch is coming soon, new merch. The next link is going to be for the Clips channel. Subscribe to the Clips channel, man. It's join the Clips channel. If anything happens to the main channel, we will be on the Clips channel. Then the next link is for the Discord. That's free. Sign up for join the Discord and chop it up with us. We'll keep you up to date with all new things coming with No Fugazee when we take trips. We do got a trip coming up soon. We gonna be going to Miami soon. Yeah. Got another Miami trip. You missed the last Miami trip.
I did miss the last one.
Yeah, you missed the last one.
I'm going to this one.
Yeah. So it's not going to be until like May, June. I'm figuring some things out, but yeah. It's gonna be during summertime. It's gonna be dope. But without further ado, let's get the ladies introducing themselves. So who's gonna be my first victim? Oh dang, I gotta go with you. Name, age, and where you from?
I'm Alex. I'm 35, and I live in Chester Springs.
Chester Springs, PA?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And what do you do for a living?
I work in the training department at a special needs / day program for adults and adolescents on the autism spectrum.
Okay. Nice. And relationship status?
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
Like 7 years.
7 years.
3, 4, hold on. 6.
Yeah, 7 of them things. 7 of them things.
7.
Okay.
7.
Why single for so long?
I don't know.
Got kids or anything?
I have a 12-year-old
Oh, you got a 12-year-old.
Boy,
Okay.
girl. Boy, girl.
girl.
Okay. Cool. And fun fact about yourself.
I hated this part in school. Like 3 years ago, I started playing rugby.
Really? She's strong, bro.
Rugby.
She's strong. You like to fight?
I don't like to fight. I'm actually very sensitive.
And you play rugby? It's
Well-
not adding up. The math.
Yeah, the math ain't mathin'.
It gives you an outlet to be angry. I can't just be angry during the day. Then I get the angry black woman title.
So you're trying to find a balance, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So she plays rugby. And have you ever taken a plan B?
Yes.
How many?
2.
2. You believe that?
I believe that.
Believe it? 35?
You know what? Now that you say that, I forgot her age. Is it really
First
true?
off, I'm pretty responsible, so.
She
And I've
gonna-
been
we gonna
single
leave
for
the-
7 years.
We gonna leave. Yeah, let her rock for right now. We gonna let her rock. You believe her? All right. If he's believe you, we gonna
I
give you a
believe her.
pass
I
for
believe
right
her.
now.
I believe her.
But if things start to come up, we gonna
I'm
be
gonna
like,
bring it up.
You gonna bring it up?
Gotcha.
Probably took more than 2. But remember,
But for now,
moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
Heidi, Lebanon, PA.
Heidi, Lebanon, PA. And what do you do for a living?
Home health care.
Home health care. Wait, did you give me your age?
I'm 31. I'll be 32 next month.
Okay. So you're 32. And you said you're from Lebanon. And what do you do for a living? I'm sorry?
Home health care.
Home health care.
care, yeah.
Cool. So you're a nurse or RN or what?
No, I'm not like, didn't go to
so
school for
she takes care of elderly people in their homes.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
like clean them, like pretty much like home duties, like you would do at your own house.
Yeah.
Cook, clean, get them ready for the day if they need.
Got you.
Yeah.
Cool
So you-
job, easy.
So you just be wiping butt all day.
Honestly, no. She's probably independent. They're independent, so we just cook, clean, and give them
you
meds.
don't have to do that.
Okay,
If you don't want
fair
to, like,
enough.
you can always they'll give you
Yeah.
patients or clients that aren't.
You could like
literally-
defer that
yeah.
job to someone else.
So what?
You
You
actually
just
have to do other training for that if you wanted to do that, and I'm not interested.
so you cook, clean, and give them meds, right? And then you
Pretty
just chill
much,
all
yeah,
day.
just hang out. Yeah, it's.
I should
pretty-
do the same thing. That's why.
Okay, cool. And let's do relationship status. Taken. How long you been taken for?
For a while.
For a while.
On and off, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we
She's
are.
like, yeah, we on and off. Sometimes we on. So when was the last off?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to really get into it. It's like really personal, but
That's fine.
No, fair enough. That's
Are you
fine.
in love?
yes, I am.
You love him?
Unfortunately, and yeah.
You
She
told
said
him you
yeah,
told
she
him you
in
love him recently?
Oh yeah. Just
Okay. Now, when you text him you love him, you type L-O-V or you
No, I
type
put
L?
I. You got to put the I before the I love you.
And when you
If
spell
just
love,
put
you spell L. When you spell
No,
love, how do you spell
L-O-V-E.
L? How do you spell love?
L-O-V-E.
She
You put
probably don't even do
L-O-V-E.
that. She
I
probably
put the
If
L-U-V.
you
Nah,
don't
look,
put
look.
the I or
You know what
spell
she
it
do?
out,
What
she
it's
do?
not real.
She just put 143.
One foot.
No, I never.
You just put
Not even as a
143.
kid
You
did
put
I
in
ever do that.
emojis?
No.
You don't really love
I have
her.
never. I do use a lot of emojis. I do.
Gotta make sure you spell it out. I love you. L-O-V-E, not L-U-V, because that's fake.
I'm
That's not real.
32. I don't.
So
spells love L-U-V.
we don't have to get into any details, but I'm curious if you don't mind, if you don't want to answer it, but I'm just curious. During the on and off, because this isn't like personal. This is more speaking about the outer stuff,
Okay.
not the inner stuff. But during the off and who initiated the last off? Was it you or him?
Me.
She don't love him that much.
Yes, I do.
She don't love him that much. I told you she probably text 143.
I
Yeah.
definitely
Right.
don't.
You couldn't find nobody better? That's what it is. You couldn't find-
No, I
No,
have never.
we
said-
teasing you. We
I
teasing you. We
know.
We're
teasing
gonna talk a
you.
lot of crap, by the way, so don't take offense. We talk a lot of crap.
I
Yeah.
expected it.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. And fun fact about yourself.
Oh my god. I hate this too. I don't like sneakers. I hate sneakers.
What do you mean? Like, you don't...
I'm not comfortable in shoes. Like I'm usually
So-
in slippers or like some type of like clog. Like I hate sneakers.
You mean you
Like, I
hate
know-
shoes in general? Like, you just like to wear no shoes?
You wear like
or-
Crocs or
I mean,
something?
I don't like to like no socks, but like I don't wear Crocs either.
So you just like to wear
sneakers are uncomfortable, so I just don't like
So what do you like to wear?
clogs, like bare paw, like slippers, like slide-ons.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
So you can't wait for the summer then, huh?
No, I can't wait. I can't wait.
So you can be
Slides
able to.
all day.
Got you. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. And have you ever taken a Plan B?
No, I have not.
You never taken a Plan B.
I have not.
How many kids you got?
3.
She ain't take no Plan Bs. She let all them niggas. Yay. She ain't
They're
take
all
no
from
Plan
one guy,
Bs.
though. They're all from one guy.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, don't be talking crap about
But
it,
I
Chad.
haven't
They're all
taken
from one guy. She got one
Yeah,
baby
for real.
dad.
Don't come for me.
She got one baby dad, Chad. She did it right.
Don't come for me crazy.
And name, age, and where you from?
Amanda, I'm
Yeah.
from Reading, PA, and I just turned 29 a couple weeks ago.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Aquarius
Yeah.
girl.
Aquarius, okay.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm also a diabetic sales rep.
Nice. Relationship status?
Single.
Single. How long?
Couple months.
Couple months? That's not bad.
When you say couple, you mean 2?
3.
3 months?
months.
3, almost 4.
Okay.
Okay.
And that last relationship, how long was it for?
4.5 years.
Oh, that's a long
Oh, so you're
relationship.
not ready to move on right now.
No,
You
I think
still
I was
love 'em.
over it in 2023.
You know,
Yeah.
women, they break up with you mentally,
that's right. I
years
almost
back.
forgot. Yeah,
I was getting the
years
ick
back.
already
Yeah,
in
yeah,
2023, but I
Got
just
it.
wasn't ready
She was
to like.
mentally going, like,
Got
you know.
Got you.
She
Yeah.
was definitely. Were you withholding? So when you were mentally going, were you ever withholding sex for compliance? Meaning, if you don't know what that means, like, you know, if he's not treating you right, and you're just like, no, I don't want to do it until you get your stuff together.
No,
Never did that.
we both just liked having sex. So
I mean, it's
yeah.
normal.
I was never
even when
like
you were
a-
mentally going.
yeah.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
sex is fire. Sex
We
does
live in
feel
the
good.
same house. I mean, like we sleep in the same bed. I mean, like, I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I wasn't fully like 100% gone, but I was definitely like
Ready to-
60% gone.
Got it.
You know, I was gone. I was gone.
Okay, so you were like, if you plan like,
Like basically, if you
Hopscotch.
dumped me, I wouldn't be mad, but I dumped you at the end. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
So you the one that broke up the relationship. Okay. And fun fact.
okay, I'm probably gonna get grilled in the chat for this, but I grew up a huge WWE fan as a kid because I had 2 stepbrothers, and so I watched wrestling constantly.
Word.
And then when I went to college, I kind of fell out of it a little bit, but then I got back into it in 2019, and I went to WrestleMania twice.
It's what's amazing.
And oh my God, in Philly, I think it was last year I went. So much fun. And then before that, I went to Dallas, which was also so much fun. So yeah, I don't know. Everyone has their things that they're into.
that's
and
fire. No,
People
that's
make
actually
fun
fire.
of me for it, but all my friends know
No,
I
they
love
shouldn't.
wrestling. So
Wait,
I just
did you
don't
ever
care.
want to be a wrestler?
Yeah, at one point I wanted to be a wrestler. I was like, I want to be Mickey James or like Beth Phoenix because those were like the strong girls back then. But
Oh, okay, so you paid attention to the girls. Honestly, bro.
I love
didn't-
John Cena was my
I
guy.
really-
I mean, John Cena was my guy. And Randy Orton, RKO.
I'm old. I was like,
Randy is.
back when I was watching wrestling, it was like Hulk Hogan,
was
Ultimate.
No.
WWF.
It was
Oh, no,
Ultimate
no.
Warrior.
I'm not.
You got to get into the like Triple H is running it now, and these storylines cook. I'm telling you.
I'm to be
into
real
it.
with you, I can't get into WWE now. When it was WWF and Hulk Hogan,
No,
Ultimate
that's
Warrior,
washed.
Kevin Nash.
No, you need like the new stuff that's hilarious now. It's
I
great.
can't get
It's
into
so
it. I'm
great.
sorry, but I would go to WrestleMania though because of just because
Well,
it's
the
WrestleMania.
Undertaker was there. I went.
He was,
and
right?
The
Did he-
dog.
did he
Oh my
fight?
god! No, but he came out for like the final
'Cause you know
match.
he's undefeated in WrestleMania.
No, he lost. His streak
All
was
right,
broken
so,
twice.
how many Plan Bs have you taken? This guy talking
I
wrestling.
literally think one, and I
One?
think I was dating someone. I have a lot of anxiety and even on birth control, like all that stuff. But I'm like, no, I need to get a Plan B.
No kids? You got kids?
No.
No kids? Okay.
No,
29, no kids.
just love my husband, but yeah. I'm
You
chilling.
dodge too many bullets. We live in modernity. Instagram,
There's a lot of weirdos out there.
dating apps, it's a lot of temptation.
She was in a relationship for 4 years, so
4 years. Okay. So you subtract 4 from 29.
I was 24 when I met
Okay,
him.
then you get
I was young.
24. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
I'm Sophia. I'm from Delaware, and I'm 25.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a seamstress / upholsterer.
You said stream?
Seamstress.
Seamstress. What is that?
She made clothes and
so I
stuff.
sew.
Oh, okay, you sew.
I make furniture and clothing. Oh, clothing.
Okay. No, that's dope. And relationship status?
I'm single.
Single. How long you been single for?
About a year now.
Okay. Single for about a year. And when was your last relationship?
It lasted about 8 months. And we were about to move in together. But he was a cheater and an alcoholic.
I mean,
Yeah.
alcoholic is crazy.
That
It
is
was,
crazy.
yeah.
Most niggas cheat, but the
it
alcoholic
was
is crazy.
hidden for a long time.
Yeah.
But then I realized, like, when I was waking up with him at 6 a.m. for him
Yeah.
to go to work, he was taking shots at 6 a.m. And I was
That's
Oh, he was.
crazy.
something
That's-
about this isn't normal.
Could he keep a job?
Nah, no.
Yeah, he
could
was.
keep a
He
job?
was a very functional alcoholic. I will say that.
Okay.
At least he can keep
He's
his job.
functional.
He handled his business, but emotions when alcohol was alcoholing was just too much.
Makes sense. Let's do. So that was the last relationship. You said that was 8 months ago.
Well, it was about a year ago, but it lasted 8 months.
Okay, that was a year ago in the last 8 months. And okay, you broke. So you was about to move in with him, but he had some problems, so you broke up with him. And fun fact.
Fun fact. Can I go as simple as my favorite color is yellow?
No,
That's
you
big
can't,
trash.
Sophia. No, that's whack.
It's big trash.
I'm adopted.
Oh, that's a okay. Okay, white family, Chinese family, black family, Mexican.
So my biological family, my dad is black, my mom is white. My
Okay.
adoptive family, both are white.
Okay, cool. And just, I mean, it's kind of personal. You don't have to answer it if you don't want. But did you ever you and your real parents rekindle that flame or no?
So it's actually really weird. I ended up going to high school with my biological siblings.
Did you know?
I did know, and we ended up having like Spanish class together, so we were like in there. It was very awkward. I can't say that we communicated just because we didn't know how to break that barrier.
Yeah.
But when I officially turned 18, my adoptive parents really kept me from like interacting with my biological parents, even though they were only 15 minutes away. But when I turned 18, I was able to reach out with them, and we have a relationship now.
That's dope.
Is it a good one? Do you like it?
It's a good one, yeah. I love my siblings. I
Good
love
for
my
you.
parents.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So you and the biological sibling, you guys get along well? You guys are cool?
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a beautiful thing. And let's do. So we did fun fact. That was a good fun fact. Let's do. Have you ever taken a Plan B?
Yes, I have.
How many?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm going to cap it at like 6.
You was popping like Skittles.
Honest. We like to know Fugazi.
got a
Okay,
favorite
just being
flavor?
honest.
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
She's being honest. I don't know about on this couch yet.
Somebody capping on that
someone
couch.
capping on this.
I'm an open book.
Someone could be capping. Y'all may not be capping, but I don't know.
We'll find out.
Well, maybe. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
Samantha, 36. I'm from North Carolina, but I live in Exton, PA.
Nice. And what do you do for a living?
I own a few businesses. I own a residential cleaning company. I'm a partner in a commercial cleaning company, and my friend and I just started a food prep business.
Nice. That's dope. Relationship status?
Divorced and dating.
Divorced and dating. Okay. So to the divorce, how long you been divorced for?
5 years.
Okay, yeah, that's done. What? Okay, makes sense.
You don't want him back.
She don't want him back.
want him back.
You divorced him or he divorced you?
I divorced him.
You divorced him. Okay. And you dating any special guy out there that it's like, it's
I plead the fifth.
plead the fifth. Okay, good answer. Good answer.
yes, that's
that means yeah. That means Tyrone hitting it. Somebody out there doing their job. Tyrone clap cheeks. Maybe like once or twice a week. That's what that
just
means.
can't claim him yet.
Yeah,
It's
you
too
just
early.
can't claim them yet. It's too early. They're
It's
trying to figure things out. We get it.
It's all good.
Moving along. Next question.
And fun fact, yeah.
I ride motorcycles. I had a
That's
Suzuki
dope.
750, and the only reason I don't ride in PA is because potholes and people don't pay attention. But in North Carolina, it was completely different.
Can you
could
pop a wheelie?
cruise. No, I'm not. I'm like a joy rider, not an adrenaline junkie. I just want to look cute, catch some wind,
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
Nah, that's dope. Okay. She likes motorcycles, chat. You know what they say about girls that likes motor? I'm joking. I don't know what they say.
I was
joking.
waiting for that.
I don't know. I never dated the biker chick.
Yeah, me neither. That'd be
You
fun.
could just put that down then, yeah. And let's go with have you ever taken a Plan B?
I have not.
You have not. How many kids you got?
2.
Okay. How old did you say you were?
36.
How long you been married?
How long was I married?
Yeah.
12 years.
All right, yeah, she good. She probably the only honest one on that question. Them two the only honest ones. I don't know about this
That
couch
one
when it
is
came
still
to that question.
questionable.
Yeah, a little
Debatable.
questionable. It's okay though. It's okay. All right. So ladies, this is the part of the podcast. If you have any questions, we can get into some of your questions. If not, we'll go ahead and play the first clip. No questions, anyone? No? Cool. Yeah, pull up that first clip. And remember when you pull it up to mute it. It's in the sticky notes. First one, yep. Chat, if you have any questions for the ladies, send in a super chat. Any donations we appreciate. And we'll go ahead and read your question live. Stop it. No, go back to that video. Stop it. Click on it. Refresh it real quick, though. And stop it. Hurry up and stop it. There you go. Now click the unmute. Wait, we were already muted? No, I'm not muted now. Okay, go ahead. And now you can mute us.
Natural state before they get in a real relationship with us.
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without all that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself.
Go around the panel, get your perspective.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. Who wants to go first on sharing their perspective on that?
I don't mind.
Okay, let's start with you. What's your thoughts on what you heard? Do you think that, that's how women look at it? Do you think that she's right for what she said? Or let me just get your overall perspective.
Yeah, I think that everything comes from a matter of perspective. So as I could sit here and say all day long that, I have a lot of upkeep. I, for now, do it for myself. So it is very expensive. So when you're dating, I think that somebody wanting to see you in your natural state is more so just to make sure there's a lot of fake stuff going around. They want to make sure, like, when you take your pants off, does your ass go with it? So I think when it comes to makeup, I don't think it's necessarily them not being able to upkeep, but a man is super duper precautious if you look like you always have your nails done, always have your makeup done, always have nice clothes. It is looked like an investment, and they will hesitate if they feel like you look like an expensive investment.
Okay. So you saying that, what she said, it has some validity, meaning that, if you're like, always glossy and glammy, a man may view the woman like,
maybe a little out of my price range.
It could be out my price range. It could be a little hard to maintain. And then she alluded to the part where men saying, hey, I don't really care about makeup. I don't like if you wear makeup. She's saying that the reason why the man is saying that is because, he doesn't have his finances together to provide that for her to upkeep her beauty standard. You agree with that part?
I disagree with that part.
Got it. Okay. What's your perspective on that video?
My perspective, I would see makeup as a hobby, and I would see a man, if he was the full money maker, being able to, give money to a woman to be able to have her hobbies on the side. So I feel like if he was able to finance it, then he should. And if he wasn't, maybe he's not very into makeup, not having a well-done woman. Every man is into something different. So, maybe some men have more of a, they want their woman to be, well made up. So they
dolled up. Okay.
They would put money into that. And then other men don't really care, so they wouldn't.
Okay. And let's go to what's your perspective?
My perspective is I don't need any man paying for my makeup at all. Like, I wear makeup because I like makeup, and I get my nails done and my hair done because I like to do those things, and I can fully pay for all those things myself. So I don't need anybody to do that for me. And if somebody doesn't like that I wear makeup, then it's on to the next. I mean, everyone has their preference, like what you guys said. So if somebody's like, oh, I would prefer you without any makeup on, well, I like to do my eyebrows, so I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so for like hypothetical, say if we're in a relationship and I'm like, honey, I just would prefer that you would, take that makeup off. I actually think you look much better without makeup. Would you then be like, oh, ill, like you should just like me for me and for whatever I want to, however I want to present myself, and leave? Or would you be like, I respect that, and you'll take the makeup off?
I'd say I respect that, and I'd still wear the makeup.
Okay.
I respect your opinion, but I'm going to still wear it.
So you're not going to yield to what the man wants?
No, because if I'm dating somebody, at that point, they're going to like me for who I am at that point. Like, that this is who I am. I like to wear makeup. I like to glam up. That's just who I am. And if you're not into that, then we would have never been dating. We would have never been living together. None of that.
Okay. Do you think sometimes when you meet a man and you're getting into that serious part that some of your behaviors should change? Like, you have these behaviors, when you were single, but then when you get in a relationship, certain behaviors that you currently have, do you think that should change or no?
Yeah, it's a give and take. But if you're referring to me wearing makeup, though, I feel like that's something, again, I do for myself. Like, guys like to go to the barber and get their hair cut. I think your hair looks fine, but guys are like, I gotta go every Friday to get my hair cut and go to the barber.
We go and get our hair cut for chicks.
So what if I said, stop going to the barber? I don't like that.
That's not happening.
Exactly.
No, what I'm saying is, listen, is this. Women don't dictate anything in a relationship unless you want a beta. Then you can dictate some stuff. I don't think all of you ladies want a beta. You want a man that has some masculinity. If you want a beta, fair enough, no argument. But if you want a masculine man and he's truly that guy, he's not going to, submit to a woman. That's gay. But so what I'm saying here is, like, if the man was saying, hey, honey, I do think that you look better without makeup. Now, prior to when, before we met, you were wearing makeup because you were advertising yourself. You were putting yourself on the market. But now you're in a relationship, you're cuffed. And one of his preferences is you actually look better without makeup. You don't have to do it anymore. And what I'm saying is, will you submit to the man and give him what he actually wants? Or would you be like, listen, I'm not changing for you. I'm going to continue to do what I want?
There's certain things that I'm not going to change. I mean, so when I'm at home and I'm not out, I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I have glasses. I don't wear my contacts. And my significant other liked me in that stage or phase or look or whatever. But when I would go out to dinner, to anywhere, I like to look good. If he would tell me to not wear makeup, that's just not happening.
It's just not happening. Okay, fair enough. What about you? What's your perspective on that clip and what she said?
I'm the same way. Like, I don't really need anybody I don't expect the person I'm with to provide things for me, like in that aspect. But I do like an alpha man. Like, I do want, I need like a masculine man. And I'm not saying like I'm really like on like the 50-50 thing, but I feel like there are some things where like a man should do and a woman should do. And I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I wouldn't expect a man to buy the makeup or pay for my nails.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if you don't want me to wear makeup, or if you wanted me to wear more makeup, I probably would. I'm like a pleaser, so if my man would be like, you need to wear makeup every day, I'd like I'd like be upset about it, I'd be aggy about it, but I would do it. I would comply on the opposite of you.
You would comply.
I would comply.
Got it. So if he was like, yo, wash that off your face, you don't need to wear that no more. You got him in. You don't need to. Okay, fair enough. So you'll just comply. And what about you? What's your thoughts on that clip? She looked like she got an opinion. Go ahead and express yourself.
Because recently I was dating a guy and he...
Put the mic a little closer. Do this.
Sorry. I was recently dating a guy and he would make comments like, oh, I like that you don't wear a lot of makeup. You don't wear weave. This and that. And it's not that he couldn't afford it, but I feel like it's a control thing, especially the way that you say it. But also, your man has influence on you. So if it's, oh, you don't need to wear all of that because he thinks that you're beautiful, okay, that should boost your confidence. And you shouldn't wear a whole lot of makeup. But if it makes you happy, he should understand that it makes you happy. And maybe you're not advertising it for everybody else, but it makes you feel good.
But when you think about it makes me feel good to cover up what's real. Like you're putting on a mask. It isn't your real face. You get what I'm saying? Like you are putting on makeup to cover up what's actually real about you. With that being said, if the man is saying like, hey, hun, I actually think that you look better without any makeup on, that means that he loves you for the real you. But meanwhile, you want to present the fake you. So it's like, why do you want him to love the fake you, or would you prefer him to love the real you with the blemishes, with, whatever you're covering up? You get what I'm saying? We know that makeup enhances, and makeup, the beauty industry is there to, present more of a youthful look. We know that. That's the reason why women, do makeup and stuff like that. That's not the argument. The point of contention here is that he just thinks that you look better without makeup. So why wouldn't you give the man what he wants instead of shaming the man where he's actually giving you, like you said, the greatest compliment? Because he loves you for you.
I don't think you have to shame him, but I think it would be a progression thing, because it's not like we wake up one day and hate our faces or whatever. So that man has to instill that confidence in you for you to then like yourself.
Got it.
Right. Yeah.
So would you say that most of you, I'll just speak real quick and let me know if you ladies agree or disagree. This whole makeup concept is a social construct, meaning that you were socially constructed to believe that, you look better with makeup on because there's competition out there. Ladies are putting on makeup. They're getting their boobs done. They're getting their butts done. They're getting their lips and they're enhancing their beauty. You see this, you're like, wow. Okay, competition. Subconsciously, in your front of the mind, you don't really view women as competition, but in your subconscious, you know that these women are your competition, so you go ahead and enhance it as well. But the reality is, if you ask men, we truly do not care about makeup, like at all. You get what I'm saying? Like, now, if we're being, as far as the competition, all right, if your face just looks, your face looks better with makeup than her face, all right, well, this chick, I guess she looks better, because you get what I'm saying? So that would still be there. But when we're in a relationship with you, most men we don't care about makeup at all. It's like, it gets on our clothes, it gets messy, gets on us. So it's like, we would prefer you not to wear it. From a general standpoint, I think that most men would agree to that. But Ease, what's your perspective on that?
I think women in general underestimate how much men appreciate the natural look. So if a guy is interested in you, we're gauging to see, okay, how does she look without that makeup? Is she pretty? I mean, I know she's pretty with the makeup, but how does she look without that makeup? Because in our heads, we're like, okay, if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her, I'm going to wake up every morning to her. I want to be able to wake up to her face and be like, okay, yeah, I'm glad I got with her. Not, oh, who's this person? Because we all have seen that one girl that puts too much makeup on and she looks completely different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but then again, every guy's different. But for the most part, small makeup is cool. But when you're caking, it's like, okay, now you're not suspect.
The cake
like,
face.
Why are you caking it that heavy? You know what I mean? I mean, we're all imperfect creatures here. We don't always have the best skin, but we really do appreciate the natural. Like, how many times have you ladies went to the gas station, to the supermarket with no makeup on, looking regular, and the guy still hits on you?
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? So,
like, why?
Because that's how much we appreciate the natural look. Like, the whole getting your boobs done, ass done, lips done. Guys never told a woman, hey, go get plastic surgery, go get this done. No, we don't. It's a woman's own insecurity that makes her get that, because they see that, men
other women got it.
Other women got it. So
they just see the natural woman and they are lazy. They don't want to get into the gym. So they're like, oh, let me just take the fast route and go ahead and get my body done. I'll give my perspective on this a little bit. So that woman in that clip, go ahead and play that one more time for me. Yeah, pull that up.
should see us
I
in
think
our natural
Baja's-
state before they get in a real relationship with us.
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without.
So if you see what she's doing here, you can keep it right there. Now you keep it up. I'll just speak and put it back to double screen. So if you see what she just did there, she shamed the man. So she said instantly, when a man, tells me like, hey, let me see what you look like without that makeup on, I think she's projecting. I think that he just doesn't have the finances to, upkeep my makeup standard. So she's trying to shame the man. Maybe the man just wants to see the real you and not the fake you. Play some more.
All that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself.
She is not even aware that the reason why she puts on makeup is because she's been programmed to think that this beauty standard is what she should, comply to. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But she projected and she put it on a man and tried to shame the man for it. So this woman is a chick that, she's a masculine woman. She's never going to be able to get on your program. So any chick that's just talking like this, man, chat. Fellas,
yeah, don't listen to her.
Stay far away.
She don't know what she's talking about.
She don't know what she's talking about.
Every woman in here has been hit on when they were looking regular.
Bro, chicks,
no makeup,
we actually
sweats.
gonna play some clips. We're gonna play some clips for y'all. You're gonna see how these chicks get hit on and they just in regular stuff walking in Walmart and guys are still hitting on them. So from the man's perspective, well, we don't really care about, all of this fancy stuff that you're doing, the makeup that you're doing. We don't really care about that, especially if we're in a relationship with you.
It looks nice, though.
It's cool, but if we're in a relationship with you, we don't care about that at all. But, okay, let's, and actually, ladies, any questions? No?
I just have a comment, though. Sure. So what about all of the Instagram models that they're constantly liking their pictures and following that wear lots of makeup and have all of this stuff done? Like they're always following those people and liking their stuff and giving them a lot of attention. So
you talking about
just guys in general, yeah.
Guys is gonna like anything. Guys are like a picture of your elbows.
So then
if
let me wear my makeup.
That's not the point of the discussion. The point of the discussion is if a man doesn't want you, like if you are in a relationship with the man or the talking stage and he's like, hey, I kind of want you to take the makeup off. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what you look like without the makeup on. Prior to the relationship or that, serious talking stage, of course you're wearing makeup. Mm-hmm. But we're speaking about, like, why are you even wearing makeup? I'm getting to the root of it. Like, the reason why you ladies are wearing makeup is because you've been programmed to believe that that's the beauty standard. Also, you're competing with other women. So this is why you're putting on this makeup. You should show the real you and present the real you. A woman that does that, well, she's void of the programming. You get what I'm saying? She hasn't been socially constructed to believe that that's the beauty standard.
So you ever put on your favorite fit? Like if you ever like put on a fit and you're like, wow, like internally you're like, this boosts my confidence. Mm-hmm. But you're like, we would like you in balling shorts just as much as we would like you in a fit that we're about to go out.
Yep. That's not the argument. So we know that makeup would, maybe make you feel better about yourself because you're in competition with people.
Right. But, okay, so other end of the spectrum. So you're going to sit here and, for her point, is she's saying you would look and say, like, damn, she's got X, Y, and Z. I can't. But in the same, women are also reciprocators. So in the same way, I'm agreeing with you. In the same retrospect, when we look at a man, sometimes we'll look at a man and say, I would approach him if he was wearing this, but I might not approach him if he's wearing
like a suit and he's looking.
Yeah, I mean, there is out of price range on both ends of the spectrum, and then a lot of that plays into security. But if I was wearing makeup and I felt good, I'm more inclined to hit on a man that maybe looks like higher in my price range. If I was, at the sweatpants just at the grocery store, you might be more inclined to accept a compliment from somebody who looked like they were.
Yeah, no, we agree with all of that. That clip was mainly about the man, like
her projecting
her insecurities on the man. That's what she did. So she projected her own insecurities on the man and then tried to reverse it and shame the man for saying, hey, let me see what you look like without any makeup on. Like that's what you would want a man to say. Because if he's saying that, obviously he wants to see the real you. And if he wants to see the real you, he wants to get to know the real you.
Yeah,
Great.
that doesn't stop them from cheating. Like,
Well, I mean,
that's who they cheat on. The girls with makeup. And
The Instagram.
That's a whole
They
different
could be
story,
dating
ladies.
you and still be on Instagram.
Ladies.
Like.
Listen,
But so it's
That's
a
why we
good.
wear
So
makeup,
it was only 2 men in history that didn't cheat.
that's me and Cooley.
Let me explain. 2 men that was ever created. The first man was Adam because he only had Eve.
Right.
The second man was Jesus. He was a virgin. So every other nigga out there, he had chicks. Many chicks. All the kings and sultans in the Bible, they had chicks. Guess what? Martin Luther King
Had chicks.
had chicks. He
really
was
did, though. He
cheating.
really
Now,
did.
guess what? We're not promoting cheating and saying that this is how men should act. No, they shouldn't be out there cheating, but this is how it is. So you have to live in reality. And if, you said, well, he could still, why does he, like a girl just to have no makeup, but he'll cheat on a girl with a makeup? The guy would cheat on any opportunity that he has. So men are only as faithful, generally speaking, men are as only as faithful as their options. You get what I'm saying? So if a man has an option, there's a high probability that he's going to cheat. Now, that's in modernity. Now, if you put certain things in there, like if religion and, his belief in God and how disciplined he is and things like that, well, that's a different story. He has a higher sense of morality, and his morality in that instance will supersede his nature. But a man's nature is polygyny, meaning that he wants multiple women. That's his nature. Now think about it. If cheating is the end all be all, what are y'all nature? Hypergamy. You want a man that's doing better than yourself. Do you really ever suppress your nature? No. And when you do suppress your nature, and maybe some guy may raise you up, but he's a bum. Most chicks let a bum broke dude hit it once before, but you broke up with him because you knew your hypergamous nature came back up like, oh, he's a bum. I see no future with him. So you operate in your hypergamous nature. But the thing is, society, we don't shame you for that. We don't shame you at all when you operate in your hypergamous nature. Gold diggers and stuff like that, they don't get shamed. Girls, you all want a man that's over 6 foot, 6 figures, and all of these things. We don't shame you for that. Go ahead, get it, girl. Don't lower your standards. That's what society tells women. But when it comes to how you view it in your little group chats, oh, he cheated on me, girl, this and this and this. That's just another man indulging in his nature.
I have a question.
Why don't you why don't you let your morality
Indulge in my nature and cheat back.
supersede? But listen, the thing is, why don't women allow their morality to supersede their nature and actually love the man for who he is, not the tangible things? That's not the
Love him
question.
for being a cheater.
No one said that. I'm talking about the morality superseding the nature.
So you're saying like some men have higher morals, and it is possible.
No, he's saying was,
Or are you
women.
just saying like we're doomed?
No, he's saying
No,
that.
there's faithful men for sure.
Jesus and Adam.
Because, women want us to suppress our nature.
I'm joking, ladies.
So a woman's nature is to, find the best man and, lock him down. And they will totally disregard the guy that's, doing well, but because he's not making 100K, he's automatically just.
No, and I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I have seen that.
like
Yeah.
not
It is,
realizing that
glorified.
there's a lot of great guys that make.
way less than that.
Way
They're
less.
Great men, but
Exactly.
Because you guys
Give it a
don't
chance because-
acknowledge him because
Exactly.
he doesn't make that 100K and he's not exactly 6 foot
Just
tall.
like your girl can be, a guy can have a girl, she's the best girl, but he's operating his nature and he wants. So the thing is, and he's operating his nature and he wants multiple girls. The thing is, to sum it all up, the man's nature is quantity. The woman's nature is quality.
Yeah.
So when the woman operates in her nature of seeking quality, no one yells, no one bats an eye. But if the man operates in quantity in his nature, oh, you're just sleeping with people, you're cheating. Now, a man could never, in society, you know, men aren't really looked at as whores. When a man is promiscuous, not really shamed for it. But when a woman is promiscuous, she's shamed for it. So there's double standards on both ends of this double-edged sword. Okay, any other questions on this topic? No? I roll. Does anyone disagree with me, ladies? You don't have to. I'm talking.
I just
you don't
wear
have to
makeup
agree.
for myself, and I could care less what anyone thinks.
I don't disagree. My ex-husband was actually the epitome of a husband. He was an amazing man. He was an amazing father. But when you also offer all of those things as a wife and you step out, for me, I always said this to him. I said, what if you stepped out and you did
Hold up, real quick. Hold that. They said the redhead mic is not on. Which redhead? She got red hair?
I got pink hair.
Pink hair? Okay, I think it's...
I got blonde hair. I got blonde.
Yeah, that's blonde. Yo, chat, who y'all talking about? Whose mic is not really working?
I mean, I know mine was giving me an issue earlier, but...
Is it her mic? Say your name.
Heidi?
Is it Heidi's mic? Or is it Sophia's mic?
She got the name.
Let us know, chat. Hold up, let's see.
I'll have you say both of them speak. Sophia, say something in the mic.
Hello.
Say it again.
Hello.
Heidi, your turn.
Hello?
You said hear everything fine.
Let me see.
Oh, they said Heidi's. Pink one. They said
Not mine
Heidi's.
again. I like...
You're probably not speaking into the mic. This,
I got
you
a
can
green
sit
voice.
back. Just bring it close to you. Oh.
Is it Heidi's mic?
I got no bones back here, man.
Oh, yeah, it's your mic. Yeah, you just got to speak it more, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to like come like this
louder,
close.
I'm
You
sorry.
can bring it close to you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we got it.
Myself in the face.
All right, let's get to the next clip, Dan. Let's play the second one.
It's like strawberry blonde.
Dan, Control C, Control V. Nigga ain't never go to computer class.
Oh, I saw this clip.
God. What is
Oh
this?
my God.
Something
I
about.
saw this clip.
What is it?
You'll see it. You'll see it.
Uh-oh.
This is like the worst woman in history.
Oh my gosh.
First, 4 times. Let's see, let's look. You tell me. What do you want to know?
What is the most toxic thing that you've ever done?
Okay, let's do this. All right, take them to court and then get a good divorce lawyer, of course. Take them for half of the retirement. Take them half of their property and then fight them for higher child support, okay? And a couple of years from now, hit you up for more child support every 3 years. Every 3 years, you go up from maybe 200 to 300 to 400 to 500. You bring it up to $2,000 per child. Per child. But I got one child right here. Kaylin right here. Her daddy paying child support for her. 4 times divorce, 4 times.
Okay, ladies. So y'all seen that clip. Let's get y'all
Yikes.
perspective on that. Let's start over here this time with you.
Just yikes. Again, I don't need anyone's money. I'm gonna get a prenup whenever I get married. If I get married, I don't want to have to even think about that. I want you to keep your money. I want to keep my money, and that's it. I don't want to take anyone's money. I think it's so wrong.
Heidi?
Yeah, I'm the same way. If I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I don't want nothing from you. Just cut off. But she might have been scorned. I don't know. Like, she could have been done really wrong. I mean, she sounded like she had a lot of, like, animosity. So you don't know what she could have been put through. I mean, if she was married, 4 times, I guess that's pushing it. I mean,
Yeah, at that time.
Well, Heidi.
I mean, like 1 or 2 I could maybe get. before-
Heidi, with that logic, you're saying that, well, we don't know what she was put through in order for her to put a man through all of this stuff. Meaning that she's putting a man right now through the wire. She's putting him through the wire, through everything, taking him for all of the money, and she's out there saying that that's pretty much the craziest thing she's done, and she's happy about it.
Well, I mean,
so
that's-
she's
that's
putting
not
the
cool.
man through the ringer. So if we flip that ideology, so take that same concept of the get back concept, just put that to anything. Put that to anything. If someone does something to you, should you always try to get revenge and hurt them? No. You wouldn't promote that, right? No. So in this circumstance, why even bring up, oh, well, you don't know what she's been through. You don't know what that man put her through. It doesn't matter if someone put you through something. You could be a good person, forgive them, and move on. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that most people, or do you think that most people, oh, you put me through something, an eye for an eye. I want revenge. I'm going to take you for everything.
Emotion. So I feel like a majority of us probably do go for like revenge, because we do act on emotion.
That's how it is. I agree.
She's divorced 4 times.
Yeah, but that's and to be divorced 4 times, to be married 4 times, to be a wife 4 times, and have that.
So the thing is this: she was divorced 4 times, and you still said, well, I don't know what she went through.
That's what
But here's what I'm saying: though, is like she's been divorced 4 times, and a trainer of thought is like, well, we don't really know what she went through. She been divorced 4 times. We don't know what those men went through with her.
That's what we
really should be saying. Like, she's like, think about J-Lo and all of these chicks that get married multiple times, like Halle Berry.
J-Lo's definitely.
You get what I'm saying? And ladies, one mic at a time, real quick. Like, think of J-Lo and all of these ladies that get married multiple times and divorce their man multiple times. Women are like, well, we don't know what that man, put her through. After the first divorce, you're like, okay, all right. The second divorce is like, wait, what you talking about? The third divorce is like, nah. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's not going to happen again. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, she's an evil woman. But good, fair perspective. What about yours?
I think every situation is different when it comes to child support.
Can you speak your mic a little bit?
Sorry. Yeah. I think every situation is different when it comes to child support.
Actually,
sometimes it's necessary. Thank you.
Yep.
And it going up after so many years, like, obviously prices go up, but my concern is how you get 4 husbands, and did husband number 2, 3, and 4 not see a problem with you after each divorce?
That too, them dudes is dumb. We keep it no Fugazee here. Dumb niggas is dumb.
No, it's like how you get 4 chances at marriage and you messed all of them up. Mm-hmm. Like, at that point, you gotta look in the mirror.
It's like in a relationship, you're sharing your past issues with your new man. If I heard you got divorced that many times, I'm not marrying you.
Yeah.
But how she get 4 husbands? I'm still trying to figure it
out. It's like a crazy woman with multiple dumb men. She can only get dumb men.
But you gotta understand, like, the older a woman gets, she hides who she really is for a certain amount of time, especially if she wants to get married. So she'll hide who she really is until she gets that ring. And when she gets that ring, then the real her comes out, and then now you're like stuck with that woman. So that's why it's honestly, in my opinion, it's best to, if you can, date a younger chick, because like they're just them, they're themselves, and it'll take about a month for you to get to see the real them. And then, but older women, they want to get married, they want to be in a long-term relationship, so they'll put their best foot forward, and then once they get what they want, it's like, okay, this is the real me, ta-da. But that's just my opinion, though.
Okay, and lady,
Samantha disagrees.
Yeah, we kind of easy. You want to save it for the end,
yeah.
So they get. But yeah, Samantha, you seem like you disagree with what he said.
Heavily disagree.
Okay.
When you're younger, you have this white picket fence concept that you're more eager to ignore certain things to have what you think. You were talking about makeup, what competition. Oh, this girl got married when, no disrespect, but like in North Carolina, you marry like military men because they get more, or like, oh, this girl got married at 18, or this girl got married. They do it because because somebody else is doing it, not necessarily because you wanted to marry that man. I genuinely married my ex-husband because I didn't want to be a single woman with 2 kids by 2 different men. So I married him because I thought that society was going to judge me for having 2 kids by 2 different men. So I married my second child's father.
So you think you married him for the wrong reasons or the right reasons?
I was confused. I thought I had to. So, okay. But when you get older, you're no longer, I am more myself, which I feel like is why I'm having a hard time dating, because I'm so in love with myself and I'm so confident with myself that the second somebody doesn't love me for exactly who I am, I'm less likely to try to be somebody else that I'm not going to be. I'll tell you from week one exactly what you're going to get out of me, love it or leave it. And it's not to push anybody away, because I genuinely would love a partner. I'm just not interested or willing to be something I'm not, or even pretend to be. There's no 3 month for me, no 6 month, there's no 3 year. From the gate, you get exactly who I am.
Yeah. Sophia?
You got any pushback on that?
No.
I got some pushback on that. Okay. I thought she was gonna. She was giving a rebuttal to what you said. I thought you had something for that.
I mean, I think it's to be honest with you, I think it's situational, because, younger women, most women, but young women have their pick of the litter, and they have no reason to pretend to be something that they're not, or to pretend to be a great woman, because they got numerous guys just coming at them.
They're confused. They don't know who they are.
Well, I maybe they might, but you don't need to be a certain age to know what you want. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a younger woman, she is who she is. She knows what, she's living her life. She knows what she's attracted. She knows what guys she likes. And obviously that changed throughout time, because even I like different types of women now that I'm older. But like, as a younger woman, she is who she is. She's living her life without a care.
She's more moldable. She's more moldable.
Right. Like she's living her life without a care. She doesn't really care about society. Like the world is at her fingertips, so like, when she meets a guy, like she's just herself. Whereas older women, like they tend to have a little bit more trauma or more baggage, and they're probably not over that trauma and or baggage. So before they even let it out, they'll pretend to be this perfect woman, and then once you get to know them and date them, it's like all the trauma dumping comes, and like, oh, back with this, and they start talking about their past issues, and then it's like, oh crap.
Okay, what's your thoughts on that? You
know what I mean?
Agree?
So, this is, I think that's what I think.
Very much. I was married at a young age. I got married at 19, and I was married till 23. I would agree with you when you say young women have the world at their fingertips. And as you get older and you have more built-up trauma, it's a lot harder. When I was 19, super easy. Now I have 3 kids, an ex, lots of dating trauma. It's a lot harder to find a partner. It's a lot harder to, relate to somebody. But I wouldn't say that older women keep that from men. I mean, I can't speak for all women, but I personally am upfront with it.
Upfront with your baggage. You're not trying to put up a facade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very much open book. I think it makes things easier. Why am I going to wait 6 months plus to tell you about something that I know now? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Hey, chat, get the likes up. Dan, can you hit that for me?
It's free, guys.
Don't be a ninja watcher.
It's free.
It's literally free, man. Like the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hey, if y'all have, we got a lot of people in here right now. If y'all have any questions, send in a super chat. Donate to the podcast, man. Send in a super chat. Dan, also, we're going to close down. Well, actually, I'll close down a Facebook stream on my end. Everybody on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. We're going to close down a Facebook stream right now. I'm going to give my rebuttal to what Ease said and what the lady said and all of that. So y'all going to want to hear it. So everybody on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. We are closing down a Facebook stream now. Okay, let's see.
Is it possible to comment on the video itself?
Oh yeah, I got you. I'm not gonna forget about you. And you didn't comment on the video either, right?
Mm-mm.
No, what? No,
no, both of them. You did, Sam? No, both of them didn't. Yeah, we're gonna get to there. That's because you went, and then they had some points of contention. All right, the Facebook stream is now closed. So we are only live on YouTube right now.
Is it 11:30? I can't see the time up there.
Oh,
It's
yes, 11:30. You got dip?
Is it?
Okay.
11:38.
Like 5 minutes, maybe. I mean, but if you're gonna switch over, it probably makes sense to dip off.
Yeah,
before
you can dip
switch.
down if you want. Yeah, because I moved the camera too.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Appreciate
Nice
it.
meeting you. Drive safe.
Don't forget your shoes.
I know. Oh my God, I'm so mad.
Let me go ahead and adjust
You should have
this
brought your
camera.
slippers.
I should have put them in the car. That would have been smart. I'm not dying. It was really great to meet him.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Did he get to me safely?
You
I
too.
mean, I hope you get home safely. but
Thanks.
you're right on the street.
Thanks. Hey, you never know.
I know. I still gotta stop. I'm calling about making it to the store, girls. Pass my way down.
That one on.
I'm having like my ass and I have an ass, but.
Adjust this real quick.
You're doing great.
I do my best.
You're doing wonderful. I'm so proud of you.
Can you move over a little bit? Actually, you move over this way. And then you move over a little bit more. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you.
She's gonna have to unlock the door. Somebody go lock the door behind her.
Oh, the door.
Yeah, it'll automatically just twist the thing to unlock the door. When you go up there to unlock the door, you'll see the little thing that twists and it unlocks. Yeah. And then you scooch over this way.
There goes my yawn. I haven't yawned once.
All right, yeah, that is good. I'm gonna adjust this cam.
Gotta suck it. Gotta suck it in. Maybe I'll put this pillow here.
Okay, all right, chat. We do it live. Thank y'all for being patient.
You want to have them back to the video real quick?
No. I'm gonna give my rebuttal.
Okay.
So, the conversation that we were previously having, that you were having, ease. Summarize again what you said.
Okay, so I was saying that ideally it's better for a man to date a younger woman because, for one, it's less trauma, less baggage, but also like what you see is what you get from her. She's not pretending to be somebody that she's not. She's not holding out. You know what I mean? She likes what she likes, and obviously it changes over time. But she likes what she likes. Whereas an older woman, they know that their clock is ticking, so they need a man. In order to get that specific man that they need and want, they have to
I
betray
think
themselves.
I understand. So the part I got you.
You know
So the part of what they had the point of contention with, and just let me clarify, when he said that, he think that a younger woman is better to date because, they have less baggage, but also, did you have a problem with that part or no? You had the problem with the part where he said, the younger woman is more likely to see the red flags rather than the older woman because they'll put up a facade and try to hide it. That's the part you disagree with.
I disagree. Yeah, with older women, with women with age pretending to be somebody they're not just because
They're trying to settle.
They're trying to our biological clock ticking is not necessarily. People find love in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Yeah, I'll say this.
True.
Men that are good with women, I mean, it's just going to show in an older woman's face. Like, it's going to show how she reacts, how she acts, how she reacts to things. You're going to know if, she's been through a lot of dicks. She got dick brain. Older chicks sometimes, and even younger chicks, when a chick has dick brain, they can't really think straight. So that's red flag number one. Women are very indecisive anyway, but they're very, very even more indecisive if she has dick brain and she's been very promiscuous, or she's been hurt and traumatized by another man. That's more baggage that if a man is good with a woman, he'll be able to pick up on those red flags and see like, the facade isn't even going to be a facade, even if she is putting one up. If he's good with chicks, he'll be able to see it. I'll say, what'd you say?
What is dick brain?
The dick, you don't know what dick brain is? Dick brain is when a woman can't think linear. She doesn't have the ability to think linear. Her thinking is very tangential and is very scattered. So that's dick brain. Dick brain, you never get direct answers from dick brain. You get, maybe, I don't know. You get all of this type of stuff. But then also you get a woman that isn't consistent with dick brain. Also, you get a woman that doesn't have the ability to really like be content and stay still, right? They always want to move around. They always got things to do because they have a pattern of doing that before, hopping from dick to dick and getting to relationship to relationship. And then also dick brain, they're very needy. They're needy human beings. Like, think about it. For a woman to be promiscuous and give up the most ultimate, do the most ultimate form of submission and let a man slide in between the soul gaps, smack it and flip it around, right? Well, she gave up her biggest value to multiple men, like a lot of men. So that woman, she doesn't have the ability to be like content in her mind, and she doesn't have the ability to regulate her emotions because she's looking for someone else to do it. She's looking for an outside source to be able to get some happiness and some contentment rather than regulating her own emotions and getting that within herself. You get what I'm saying? So she can't self-regulate, and she's always looking for outside sources to make her feel happy and content. That's dick brain.
Okay.
Yeah, needy chicks. You too needy. Dick brain.
Got it.
I'm just sensitive and I have ADHD.
Then you crazy. We don't want that either. You crazy. We don't want that either. Back to what I was saying, though. I would actually, both parties I agree with, actually. Because it's based on the situation. Like he said, it's situational. From a general standpoint, though, I would agree with ease on the general standpoint. But like you gave your anecdotal situation, the only part on the anecdotal situation when you said that, well, you know, I was with a man and I got married to him, and I think I got married to him for the wrong reasons. Because like I thought that that's what I was supposed to do. Like you thought that was what you were supposed to do because society, you didn't want to be stigmatized by society by not being married and having multiple baby daddies without being married. So that's understandable. But guess what that is? That's programming.
Correct.
Right? So that's programming, but that isn't necessarily. So before I get to my perspective on that, I have one question on that. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. So do you felt like when you were in let me ask this. Was one of the reasons why you divorced him is because you felt like you settled?
No, I divorced him because I do believe that all men cheat. I don't think that was my issue. Public embarrassment was my issue. So like, I'm pretty sure I have my own insecurities in separate ways. My issue with when he cheated, how he cheated, it was right across the street from our house. So it was a slap in the face for me. I felt like at that point there was no respect. If you were to go out of town, cheat, not get a name, not get a phone number, not follow up, and I never found out about it. Like, I don't want to know.
If you think about that though, I'm not promoting this. But if you think about it,
the convenience of coming home and taking a shower?
No, if you think about it, he actually spent less money because he could just walk across the street rather than driving to a chick crib, spending gas money. He actually spent less resources getting it across the street. God dang, he took a win.
You're wrong. You're wrong for that. You're wrong for that.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
So for me, it was more so of the embarrassment. He had been unfaithful in the past, and when I married him, I knew he had been unfaithful. That wasn't necessarily the deal breaker for me because he kept them, I don't want to say in their place, but in their place.
It. I think the main part, what I was looking for, so you don't think you divorced him because you settled. You didn't feel like you settled or anything.
He was a wonderful husband. He made, again, money from a physical standpoint. He was good. He was wonderful to me. He put me on a pedestal and all. So
really it was just that cheating scandal.
It was hard to get over. For me, it's a mutual respect because if I was not holding my end of the marriage together, again, not to get, TMI, but like if I wasn't playing my part as a wife, I would say like, oh, okay, I understand. If I was overweight or didn't care for myself or, didn't maintain myself or didn't all, together. I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was.
Let me ask you a quick question, then we'll move on. Have you ever been with a man that didn't cheat?
Every single relationship has cheated on me.
So since every relationship cheated on you, right? And you broke up with the guys that cheated on you before you were married, and then you broke up with the man that you married and he cheated on you. Do you think that you have anything to do with the man cheating on you?
Yeah, I've definitely done a lot of self-reflecting because, again, we're talking about
have you ever withheld sex for compliance or anything? Never. Okay, well, it's on a man. Like, he did the wrong, but I just wanted to see maybe if you would
I did a lot of
self-reflect.
self-reflecting.
Okay, fair enough. But okay, so then the other thing is, if every guy cheated on you and then you finally get married, and one of the reasons why you break up with him is because he cheated, don't you think that if you're single and you get with another man, the probability is extremely high for that other man to cheat on you as well?
Did I say in the beginning that I've been single for 5 years?
You've been single for, but what I'm saying is, why not just stay with the man that you were with?
I did for a long time. We went back and forth for a long time, and at one point we even agreed. This is gonna be scary. We even agreed, are you okay with staying together for the kids? Because our marriage and our household, and we held it together. We were good. We agreed, like, would you be okay stepping out from time to time?
And the thing is, what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to justify the cheating. I'm just trying to, understand, there's
for me, I couldn't get over the disrespect.
Yeah, I get it. I know that's horrible. And not to speak about your personal situation, but just speaking in generally about, cheating, you got a family, you got kids, you can get over cheating. You know what I mean? You can work through it.
I don't think so, to a degree, because for a woman, like you're saying, we're welcoming you into our body, the soul ties, the things that we emotionally go through. I'm a very physical person. So if we've been physically emotional, I can't unsee the things that I know you were doing, and now I can put a face to it. I had to look at this girl. We've had conversations.
And one of the things is, and once again, I'm not trying to justify the cheating. I'm trying to give you an understanding of cheating, that when you cheat is much different from when a man cheats. And I think that women, when they view cheating in general, they view it from their lens of cheating. From their lens of cheating, in order for you to cheat, you would have to not really like your man like that and have feelings for another man to allow another man to dominate you and have sex with you. So men, generally speaking, we don't have to like a girl at all to cheat. We can actually hate the girl and still physically dominate her in the bedroom. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just the carnal nature of a man to want to get his rocks off. Not saying that that's right or how it should be, but that's, how things just are.
I'm a very understanding person, and I factored all of that.
Got it. So even with that, it's just but you don't even want to go ahead and do that then.
In my personal
Especially
opinion,
when she looks like a troll and I don't.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, if you're going to get married, why?
That's forever.
Why are you cheating, bro? Just be single, or just be in a regular mediocre relationship and do that. But once you decide to marry, because I believe in God, so I don't know if y'all do.
Why would you pay all that money to get married?
You know what I mean?
Pay all that money to get divorced.
If you're gonna get married, don't cheat, dude. You know what I mean? If you feel like you gotta cheat, then don't get married. Just do you while you're not married. But once you get married, then you're saying it's just you, and
it's a commitment.
You know what I mean? So
or
again, that's just my take on it.
How about have the conversation that at one point I'm not fulfilling a need and you're getting a little tickle to look elsewhere?
It ain't even that. So, and that's the thing that I want women to understand. There's nothing a woman can do to satisfy the man's nature of wanting quantity. Yeah. There's nothing you can do to satisfy his polygyny nature of wanting quantity. Nothing you can do at all. The only thing that can suppress that nature is him having a higher sense of morality, which is going to come from God, religion, and some outside influences that is compelling him to, be more disciplined and have a higher, moral sense of agency. With that being said, at the end of the day, like I said, Martin Luther King cheated, and look at him. Like he has a whole holiday and
Let me add one
stuff
more
like
thing.
that. People have off of work, and he was cheating.
I would like to add one more thing. Ladies, also you got to remember, a lot of guys, have a hard time picking up women. A lot of guys, aren't successful with getting women. A lot of guys aren't getting a lot of sex from women. And once a guy, especially when he gets married, that's when all the women start throwing themselves at him. You know what I'm saying? So like for a guy who loves women and loves sex, they're getting all these women thrown at him that he never had a chance with before he got married, and it's kind of hard for him to be like, damn, like why the hell I couldn't get this chick before I got married. So not saying that it's right, but like if you're a guy who's always had the women he wanted, who never had a problem with picking up women, and was always able to get the women he wanted, and then you got married, it'll be easier for that guy to turn down the women.
No. That don't make any sense.
I mean, it's just true. I mean, like
No, it's the opposite. Because the thing is, if the more sexual partners a man had, it's going to be harder for him to really settle down. The FOMO thing is a myth. Like, I really never experienced things, so now I want to go ahead and experience. That don't add up. That don't make sense, because if the general rule when it comes to men, and you know it too, ain't no pussy better than new pussy. That's the general rule. So it's quantity. Men just want quantity.
That's true.
And the reason why that's the general rule, because
They're single at 40.
that's how it is. So now if you think about it, listen to what you said, the more sexual partners he has, he knows he's craving for that new pussy again. He's craving for that new vagina again. So it's actually going to be harder for him to really restrain himself and have some sexual discipline.
That's true. No, I guess I'm speaking on the. I know you're right, but I guess I'm speaking on the minority, because there's guys that's like.
Yeah. There's guys that
are like, all right, I have my fun. Let me just settle down, have some kids. You know what I mean? And hang up the gloves and live happily ever after. So that's the minority, but the majority, yes, we all want more than one woman. Yeah, we all want to have sex with more than one woman. And unfortunately, when we get married, we get the most women, because. You ever hear those memes where guys be like, "Don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife"? It's because when. You'll be surprised how many women.
Absolutely not.
Wait. You had something you want to say, right? What was it?
Oh man, that was like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you remembered. Let me fix your mic real quick.
But I mean, yeah, I guess the minority of guys, they'll be like, I have my fun, I'm good, I'm chill, I just want to relax, I'm getting older.
I think that's what we hope for.
We hope that, but
they're all
that's why
like
they're
that, but it's
all
the
40 and
minority,
single.
though.
So what we're saying, ladies, who disagrees to some of this stuff? Let's get the ladies'
disagree
perspective.
with all of it.
Okay,
silly.
so what part do you disagree with?
I've never cheated in a serious relationship. Yeah, when I was in high school and I had like a freshman boyfriend when I was 14, like that's completely different. But any of my adult relationships, I've always been honest. I've always, I'm just a loyal person. Like, and so I expect that in my partners. Unfortunately, they all, the last one, I had never had anything concrete. So nothing I ever knew of. But the one before that, yeah, definitely cheated on me a lot with blonde girls.
Do you think that
I even dyed my hair blonde at one point, and
Don't
I
you
look
dye
back.
blonde ever again?
Try to compete.
No, it looked awful.
So
brunette looks good.
Real quick,
I thought it looked good at the time.
Do you think that the reason why do you think that one of the reasons why men aren't being honest? Because cheating is when you make a promise to someone and then you break that promise.
Yeah.
Right? So you're cheating. And with that being said, my question for you is, do you think that the reason why men aren't honest with you up front about their sexual activities and what they plan, in the future for their sexual activities to be is because you can't handle the truth? So they're just like, I know she's going to get upset, so I'm just not going to tell her. And, if I have an option that comes up, I may exercise that option.
No.
So you don't think they don't. So why do you think men don't tell you up front?
They have no self-control.
Okay, you just think that is no self-control?
No, I literally don't think they have any self-control, and they don't respect their partner to be stepping out on their partner, talking to women, liking girls' pictures. All of that stuff is cheating to me. It's disgusting. And I think it's just a slap in the face and disrespectful, like what you were saying. Any kind of cheating.
I would say I'm a strong believer in there's somebody for everybody. I think everything's situational. I think there are women who are more understanding when it comes to cheating. I think there are women who set those boundaries and are like, heck no, like as soon as you step out, like it's over.
done.
And I think a little bit of the responsibility lays on the man. If a woman is setting those boundaries and tells you, hey, look, I am not cool with it. If this were to happen, I'm leaving. That's that. But if a woman were to be like, hey, I'm open to it, and then get mad, that's a problem. But I really think that any relationship really comes down to communication. And as long as you're willing to communicate, openly communicate, actually hear what your partner is saying, and be able to, listen and be able to be okay with that, that's a different story. But if a woman were to set those boundaries and say, hey, I'm not okay with you cheating at all, that is a deal breaker, I'm gone, a little bit of the responsibility lays on the man to be like, hey, the person that I love would be very affected and hurt if I did this. So, let me not.
Yeah.
Yes.
The reason why, Cooley said, if you were withholding sex for compliance, because a lot of marriages are sexless. You know what I'm saying? So, meaning, women.
He was not.
So, well,
Yeah, not from
that's
just a general standpoint.
Just in general speaking.
Oh, I hear. But
No, you're right. You are right.
Because a lot of marriages are sexless. So women always tend to wonder, like, why my man cheating? Well, like, dude, guys, we don't ask for much. Food, like we were speaking about earlier. Feed us. Fuck us and
But if
leave
you
us
have
alone.
sex in like
Keep
3
his
months with
belly
your
full and his
husband, that's
balls
obviously
empty.
going to affect
Right.
them. But if you're having sex with your man multiple times a week and he's still cheating and you've drawn that line in the sand, like do not cheat or it's over, and they still do it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
But I will say it really all goes back to really just picking the man that is correct. And Cooley brought up religion as a standpoint of being loyal and not cheating, having that religious background. When I was married, one of the things my husband wishes he did was when I really got into God, religion, and church, is he followed and did the same, because that would have really built up a relationship. It would have really built the foundation, built the boundaries, and, kept us a cohesive marriage.
Look, at the end of the day, a lot of guys have trouble picking women, getting women to talk
So
to
if
them,
they get an
sex.
opportunity,
you gotta
no
understand. Look,
self-control.
listen, like it's not easy for guys to attract women. It's not easy for guys to have
real
sex
quickies,
with women.
she said it's no self-control. Remember in the beginning of the podcast when I said that, women, you don't have any self-control when it comes to you looking for quality. You have these high standards, and if these guys don't meet your standard, you disqualify them, but they can be good guys that won't cheat on you. The thing is, all of you ladies can actually find a man that won't cheat on you at all. He will look at you as everything. But guess what? Those men, they're transparent. You don't even see those men. You don't give those guys a chance. Those guys they work at Chipotle. Those are guys, some of them are in your DMs. They're average guys. You get what I'm saying? But you don't want those guys. You actually want the men that can cheat. Not that would cheat, but that can cheat. Those are the guys that you're attracted to. Those are the guys that you give the chance to. So those men, you choose those men. So you actually choose, since you're choosing the men that can cheat, you are choosing your probability of being cheated on high increases. So you are actually choosing your fate of being cheated on, because you are choosing guys that most women want that are very attractive. But guess what? You can choose Joe from Shake Shack. You can choose that guy. He'll be loyal to you. You can choose the guy that's sending you multiple DMs. He's DM'd you, hey, beautiful, can I take you out on a date? Hey, honey, can I take you out on a date? Or you can choose the guys in your friend zone. Those guys been in your friend zone for 5 years, loved you, probably had a crush on you in 6th grade. But you don't choose those guys. You don't want those guys. You actually look at them as losers. You only choose the guys that can cheat. So guess what? You pick your demise. You pick being cheated on.
Why can't they just be hot and nice at the same time? I don't get it.
You
That's
say
a
you
lie.
like the losers, but you being cheated
So
on.
like guys want a hot, skinny girl with lots of money and all that stuff too. Like why can't I have the same thing?
Whoa.
I didn't say nothing.
Lots
about
of money. I mean, if a guy has his own money, he doesn't care about a woman's money.
Some guys want the girl to have like a good job.
I mean, maybe in 2025 because economy.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was scrolling on Instagram in New York. I seen rent for $13,000, bro. Is a regular 2-bedroom apartment. That actually switched my perspective a little bit. I was like, you know what? 50-50. I understand why niggas is going 50-50 in Manhattan, New York, because the rent is $13,000. God dang, $13,000 a month. What? You got
It's crazy.
So, you know,
for average people.
That leads to my question now.
Square
So
foot
I have a
apartment.
question to follow up with that.
Pause it. Let's get to their last thoughts because she had something on this.
Yeah.
I thought you
Yeah,
ain't
last
have
thoughts?
none on this topic about cheating. Anybody have anything?
I never said anything about being cheated on. I brought up my ex-marriage. I never.
Oh, you never said anything.
I got cheated on.
She got cheated on.
So Alex was gonna say something.
no,
Hold on,
no.
Alex was gonna say something.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Were you cheated on?
Alex.
I think wholeheartedly that you have to date people that actually like you and respect you, because no person that really no man that really values you or woman is going to embarrass you like that. So date people that actually like you, because a lot of people, they don't like you. They like what they can do for you or what you can do for them. And when you stop doing that, they're like, all right, I'm going to go find somebody else who can.
But what happens when you are in a relationship or a marriage and you don't necessarily always like your partner? Like, let's say you were just going through like a little phase.
You're not partially liking someone. So they didn't like you from the beginning. But like you have a marriage and it's like, okay,
I would disagree.
This person, my husband liked me. He loved me. I mean, I like you all the time. We may have to work to like each other a lot, but there are certain people that do not like their partners from day one.
I would change your wording and say you always love your partner, but you don't necessarily always like your partner. When I was married, there were a lot of times where I loved him, but there were not necessarily times where I necessarily liked what he was doing and such like that. But I think it really comes down to a mutual respect of feelings, respect of like actually listening and hearing your partner, what they're saying, what they're needing, and not necessarily
chat is ruthless.
Not necessarily 50-50 when it comes to paying, but like 50-50 when it comes to the household. You know what I'm saying? Like picking up where your other is slacking, and just being back and forth.
No, I get that, but you don't start off.
It wasn't a
loving
super one. It was a regular one.
You don't start off loving some random stranger, but you do grow to like them.
No, but it's work. It's a lot of work. No relationship it can continue without work. No friendship can continue without work.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying when you meet someone, there are people that meet their spouse and they really don't like them. They don't find them attractive. They don't
I agree.
think that they can do anything. But
You
if
mean
they
they
can
settle?
Yeah,
I would. Yeah, because they like something that they can do for them, but they don't like them as a person.
They keep them around.
No, I think what it is. Those type of people are evil. They like the situation because they control it. Some people are evil. They just want to control things. Mm-hmm. So they'll settle for control. Well, this guy, I can't really control him. I don't like that. I'm just looking for control. But this guy, I don't really like him too much, but I like the fact that I can control him. So they'll settle with that guy because they want to dictate terms in a relationship. That's a woman operating her masculinity. And normally, if any woman is leading the relationship, she leads that relationship to the end. That's just a normal conclusion if a woman is actually the masculine figure in that relationship. Like anytime a woman likes the man less than the man likes her, it's over. She's leading the relationship. In order for a relationship to work, the man must like the woman less and the woman must like the man more, because everyone wants to be adored. Like that's what makes you feel good. Like when you watch those romantic movies and stuff like that, you actually want to be the one everyone wants to be the adorer. You actually want to be the one that's like, oh, I adore this person so much. And that's when you feel the butterflies. That's when life is good. That's when you're very excited about seeing that individual and going. Every date feels like the first date when you adore that man, right? When you are the adorer. But how it works. That's the way that women stay faithful and they stay locked in a relationship. On the flip side, if the man is the adorer and the woman is the one that's being adored, then guess what? She doesn't really feel the vibes and stuff like he is. He's basically the woman in a relationship that's getting the butterflies every time he sees her. He's basically the one that's like very excited about the little things. No, the woman needs to be excited about the little things. Men and women show love differently. Men, the way we receive love is by you respecting us. And in order for you to respect us, you got to actually admire us and stuff like that too. You got to like look up to us in order to respect us. So if you're looking up to us, basically you like us a little bit more than we like you. And that's how we'll receive that love. Like, okay, cool. We receive it. The vice versa on the other side, if the man is pedestalizing you and adoring you and looking up to you, you're not going to respect that man. You're not going to respect that man. That's putting you on a pedestal. It just doesn't work that way. So I say that to say, I get the conversation that y'all was having, but yeah, like chicks, you actually should choose the guys that you actually like. Like you actually adore that man, because that's the relationships that you would stay in. The thing is, what I was speaking about before, you only are choosing guys that meet your standard because you're hypergamous. So, but guess what? You're looking for quality. And those quality men, if you want them, she want them, she want them, she'll take them. The girls in the back could take them, you know what I'm saying? But you have to find some medium ground. It's like, okay, what can I, what's that baseline? If he meets this, like, okay, girls, put it like this. What's your height preference? Go with you.
My height preference?
Yeah, put your mic closer.
Anything taller than me, for real.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
5'8"? You fine with that?
Sure.
Like what? I'm speaking about like what would you prefer? Not what would you settle with. What would you prefer?
Literally, my preference is taller than me. I can't do shorter.
Got it. Now, have you ever dated a man that's 5'8"?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your height preference?
6'1" or taller.
6'1" and taller. God dang, where'd the 1 inch come from? I know 6, but the 6'1"?
Because my son is 6'1", and if you're not taller than my son,
oh yeah, it's just not gonna look right. You're gonna be like, I can't really submit to you. I might as well be with my son. Okay, fair enough. How can I feel protected with you when my son could probably protect me more? I get it. I get the thinking of women brain. What about you? What's your height preference?
I'd probably say 5'11" or taller.
5'11" or taller. What about you?
I don't really have a height preference. I would like for you to be taller than me.
Okay, so you got one then.
Rigid.
How tall are you?
5'5".
Okay, so 5'6" is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, income preference. Minimum income. What would you? What's the minimum? Actually, let's go with what you prefer, because this is what we all preferred. So, what do you prefer? The man should make yearly.
Probably like 40K and above.
40K and above. Okay.
I would suggest you would have to make what I make her more.
Okay, well, say a number. A preferred.
You got to make 140 plus.
140 plus. Okay. What about you?
Same thing. Like you need to make a
140 plus?
100 or more.
100,000 or more. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I would like for you to make at least 100,000.
All right, cool. She's in reality over here a little bit more than you women over here, because the reality is only about 17 or 20% of all humans in America make $100,000. And then when you get to 140, that decreases a lot. A lot.
Like I
right?
bring this to the table,
And
so why
that's
I'm not
men,
settling for less?
But the thing is, I just want you to live in reality and understand as your standards go up. Here's what I'm trying to give you out a perspective of. As your standards go up, your options go down. That's all I want you to realize. So since your options go down, there's competition, because you just don't want that guy. Other girls want that guy. But then if you get that guy, well, guess what? He has girls. He has girls that want him too. The probability goes up for him to cheat. You get what I'm saying? So if cheating is the end all be all for you ladies, you want to lower your standards and try to choose a guy that's really not out there like that.
I'll be alone.
I would rather be alone than lower my standards.
So you would rather be
Yes.
You'd rather be cheated on or be alone?
I'd rather be alone.
I'd rather be alone.
Be realistic.
I'd rather be alone.
You was
I'd rather
more
be alone.
realistic than him. Okay, fair enough. But
But here's my
would be a preference, but that's because I want more kids, and kids are expensive.
Yeah.
But as long as you are sustaining your life with your money, make what you make.
and the thing is, you don't have to lower your standards. I'm not actually telling you to lower your standards. I'm just giving you the reality. But let's say if you don't want to lower your standards, then you have to live in the reality that you are competing with other women for this one man.
I don't disagree with that.
Man in the top, 5 percentile or sometimes 1 percentile. Basically, you want a guy that's over 6'1", and you want him to make a minimum of $140K. You want him to be black or white, or what's your race preference?
I have no preference.
And
I have
race?
no preference.
You'll take a Chinese man? Okay, you'll
If
take
he
a black guy.
Is Chinese man above 6'1"?
It's going to be hard to find them. That probability goes lower. A lot of them ain't.
That's all, bro.
What's your preference when it comes to race?
Black or Spanish.
Okay, black. BBC gang, that's yeah in the chat. Y'all funny. That's what y'all was saying in the chat. It makes sense now. I see what y'all
Wait,
put that
what were
together.
they saying?
Okay, but that even brings it lower as far as because black people, when it comes to finances and stuff, they're at the lower end of that, bracket.
Well, I won't disagree with that. It's not, and it has actually nothing to do with
if it comes to race.
No, I'm
That's
sorry.
what we're speaking
I
about.
was saying that it's actually not that I wouldn't date a white man because it's just it's a matter of confidence that a lot of white men don't have.
White men
Yes.
don't have confidence. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
A lot of the time. So like
You're
in
saying
order
that
to
it'd be hard to find a white man that's like a confident white man.
Yeah, like I haven't come. Like I'm not saying that that they're not there. They absolutely are there.
Yeah.
How they flirt or how they
It's just not your
initiate.
style. They ain't got no riz. That's what you're saying.
They just don't come.
White guys, get your riz up. Get your riz up.
No, and I'm not saying that they don't but a lot of the times when I'm at my work events or I'm at events, there's probably a large selection of men that do make what I make or more.
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, how are you? How's your dog been? And I'm like, that's not if you. Is that wrong?
Well, that's what I want you to think about because I asked race for a reason. So we got race, we got height, we got income. Yours is 6'1", over only 15% of the population of men and women are over 6 foot. Well, are 6 foot, and then you want 6'1", so that drops from 15 to probably like 10% or 8%. You know what I'm saying? And then you want 140K. So then that drops down to like 5% of, the population, including men and women, make that much. Then you want him to be black at that. There's not a lot. Look, there's not a lot of black men, period, in America. There's more white men than there is black men. Then there's more,
I didn't say one. I said.
So you're looking for a top 1% man. So
okay,
here's the
I'm a 1% bitch. So
okay, fair enough. Look, here's the thing. Here's what I want y'all to realize. If you're looking for a 1% man, then guess the question is this. This is the question.
Is she even gonna
are
want
you okay with getting cheated on?
No, not that. Not even that. The question is, what can you do to retain that man? Like, what's special about you that he's going to choose you out of all of his options because he's a 1% man? Not only just choose you, but commit to you and then also be faithful to you. That's looking for a needle in a haystack.
I understand, but I think that that's where law of attraction comes in. I think that if it is, like what she said earlier, if it is meant to be, there is somebody for everybody. All I'm saying is there are certain negotiables and non-negotiables. So if it came down to I'm 6 foot and I make 100. If you were an excellent man in other categories and you brought partnership, communication, comprehension, you were good with the kids, you had good morals, you had good work ethic, that for me would be okay. I'm just saying, if you're asking me what my preference is, I'm going to tell you my preference. If you'd ask me what are negotiables and non-negotiables, I would...
Yeah, what are the non-negotiables then?
Non-negotiables? A liar. I can't stand a liar. Even if you were to cheat, and you said it to my face, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done that, I would say, let's work through
What's
that.
your non-negotiable?
Mine, I think I would also say lying. I am a big fan of honesty. No matter what, I feel like you should be able. As your partner, you should be able to tell me.
Do you guys have any more than just one?
Okay, look, I'll give y'all. So y'all want honesty. What's your non-negotiable?
Cheating.
Cheating.
Which is lying.
Okay, what's your non-negotiable?
I don't know.
All right. So we got 3 over here, cheating and lying. So let's just play this out. Hypothetically, I'm in a relationship with you. Mm-hmm. We starting it, right? It's like we talking stage. And I'm like, listen, be honest with you. You know, you're a fine young lady, but I don't see myself being with just only you sexually. It's going to be multiple women. Now, we catch a vibe. We like that. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have feelings for me. It's like that. But I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you, like, you know, if I see an option, I may exercise it. I'm not out there, you know, really looking to, you know, to fill up, you know, my book and really out there being promiscuous. But, you know, I take a trip. I may want something. That's a man being honest with you. Would you accept it or reject it?
I've gone back and forth. See, if we were just starting talking, I would reject it. If we had just started talking, I would reject it.
Okay, so stop it right there. Mm-hmm. Would you reject it if we just started talking?
It depends on what I want from the man. If I wanted a long-term relationship, then I would reject it. If I wasn't super interested, it was just...
So then you're going to reject it because you don't want... We're talking about long-term relationship.
Then, yeah, I'm rejecting
it.
Yeah.
Okay. What you doing?
You're rejecting it.
You're rejecting it. What about you?
Am I rejecting the honesty?
Yeah. You're rejecting him for being honest.
I respect the honesty.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. I just don't want it.
Honesty, and I would just have I would have questions.
Okay, so which means that you can't handle the truth, because if you gave most men you said if you can wave a magic wand, and men had to be honest with you, that is what you would hear. I repeat, if we can wave a magic wand on all men, the majority of men, that is what you would hear. You would hear, you know, I like you a lot. You know, I actually love you, babe. But I'm be honest, like if I see something and she gives me the opportunity, it's a high probability that I'm a smash. That magic wand, you would get the truth. So you would just be rejecting all men. Not all, but most men.
Yeah.
So the point that I wanted to make is, remember when I bring it back to you over here, women can't handle the truth.
Oh, I can handle the truth, and I would love for you to. I'd love for you to tell me to my face that you're going to cheat, because then I would say thank you for being honest with me.
Which means you can't handle the truth.
Could I ask a question?
I don't want a cheater. Period.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, well, let's put it in the perspective of like a job interview, right? Let's say somebody is a contestant for a job, and they come in and they're like, they're honest with the employer to be, and they say, you know, X, Y, and Z, and the employer doesn't really like that, and they decline it. That doesn't really necessarily mean the employer doesn't handle the truth, can't handle the truth. It's just that
certain qualifications
you don't
for the job.
qualify to be a part of the team. You don't qualify.
That's not what I'm saying. Period. Let's say let's use that. You use the scenario. I'm speaking about men have a natural proclivity to want quantity. And what I'm saying is this. That's like the truth. So if we wave a magic wand, it's going to be like 95% of men that ever existed will choose quantity, to be honest with you, like that. Yeah. And if you won't accept that out of 95%, that means that you can't handle the truth.
But I think there's a difference between also wanting that and acting on it.
Well,
You can.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can. I guess.
But that's
like
still being truthful with his wants. You would still prefer that he didn't act on it.
I would prefer that he didn't act on it, but I would also prefer that he would be truthful. I mean, I can handle the truth. I'm not going to snap. I'm not going to freak out. But it doesn't necessarily that I want that truth. It's not necessarily that I want somebody that would want.
I got a different question for y'all, real quick. Which is worse? Just I want to get y'all perspective, because somehow in this conversation, it keeps circling back to cheating. I don't know why, but it keeps circling back. So what do you think is worse, if a man cheats or a woman cheats? Let's start with you.
They're both shitty.
Yeah, but what is worse? What would damage the relationship more? If the man cheats or the woman
It's
cheats?
equal. It's so disrespectful. So
Okay, you think that is
disrespectful.
equal. What about
Yeah.
you?
If the woman cheats.
Okay. Well, first, let's go with why do you think is equal?
Because I think you're in a partnership and it's an equal partnership. So if you're stepping out on your partner, regardless if you're the man or the woman, that's awful. It's disrespectful. And it's not how I was raised. That's not how I want a relationship. I don't believe in those things. And it's just not something I'm ever going to settle for. I'd rather be single.
Yeah, I know you're explaining why you don't want it, but you're not explaining why you actually think that is equal from the physical sense, from the emotional
It's
aspects
just
of
messed up.
things.
It's disrespectful to the core. Like,
We
it's
get
like
that as
slapping me in the
disrespectful, but
face.
how? So you actually just
It
think
is a
that it's
slap
just
in the
both
face.
disrespectful on both ends.
Exactly, 100%.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. And why do you think that is not? Well, why do you think that is not equal and is worse if the woman cheats?
Because of how women cheat and who they cheat with. It's not usually just I just met this person, I'm going to sleep with them. It's usually a long, ongoing emotional thing, and then they sleep with them. Men, no offense, but men will sleep with crackheads. So, like,
That's
it's
wild.
disrespectful, but it's like, all right, she doesn't have anything on me. If I'm going to cheat on my man for whatever reason,
Okay,
I'm going up.
got it.
Men don't always go up.
Now, you see how she was able to compare and find the similarities and the differences and compare and contrast? Do you think that with what she said holds any validity or no?
No, I do. I think it's very planned out if a woman cheats versus a man.
Okay, so that
he
would be
fuck
that
a
would be
crackhead.
something different. Like premeditated murder is
Yeah.
much more worse than homicide.
But I think they're both awful. I still think they're both awful. And if I'm in a committed relationship with somebody and we've put those lines in the sand, like, it's just not something I would do or accept.
Okay. Sophie, what about you? Once her mic is done, we'll get back to her. What do you think?
I would say men are obviously more sexual, women are obviously more emotional. I feel like it would be more premeditated and thought out on a woman's part than a man's part.
So
So
is
it
it
would
worse?
definitely be worse
If
if a woman cheated. Not saying that either hurts
Right,
less or anything, but yeah, I definitely think a woman.
Sam, what about you?
They killed it. Women are definitely emotional creatures if we cheat. And I think men are also more prideful creatures. Where women tend to, through our nurturing process, tend to take some hits where men are more prideful. So if a woman was to cheat, there's usually no going back after that.
Okay, so you do know that as differences. So you would say that it's worse if the woman cheats.
It's way worse.
And you say it's worse if a woman cheats?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, you said that you can see the differences of what they're saying, but from the disrespect is equal. I get what you're saying. You're saying that they're both disrespectful. I would say that is different levels to the disrespect. So here's a perspective, right? So if we strip it down to the baseline of what holds the relationship, of what, like, the things that you actually prioritize in a relationship, for a woman, you prioritize security. And what is security? That encompasses the man to protect and provide for you. So if the man isn't doing that, you're out of there, because that's like your baseline, right? Now, what do men prioritize, and what is our baseline?
Loyalty,
Well,
sex.
It's sex, sandwiches, and submissiveness. It's the 3 S's, right? So one party has a baseline and the woman has a baseline. Whoever gives up their baseline committed treason. So if the man gives up his baseline, well, in order for the man to give up his baseline, he would have to protect and provide for another woman. But if he serves a woman some dick, he's not actually giving up his baseline. Right? Now, the woman's baseline is, she's looking for the man. Well, the man's baseline for the woman is sex, sandwiches, and submissiveness, right? If the woman has sex, she actually gave up her baseline. That's why it's treason. It's like, I don't ask for much from you. I just want sex and you to kind of comply with what I say and follow my lead. That's about it. And you gave up the main thing that I'm looking for. From a man, you're not really looking for sex. Like, think about it, ladies. Like, sex isn't even the end all be all. What you're looking for is a future with the man, a good lifestyle, him to protect and provide for you, him to be emotionally stable, him to be charismatic and make you feel you're looking for so many other things that can really hold the relationship down rather than just sex. Men, we're simple creatures. So if you give up that one thing, it's like, that ruins everything. So it's much worse if a woman cheats. That's what I'm trying to say. Like much, much, much worse. Now, is cheating wrong? Yes, it's wrong. In the sense of wrong, equally wrong in the eyes of the Lord. Yes, equally morally wrong. But in the eyes of man, how we look at it, nah. We judge different than God. God judges based off the heart. We judge based off the actions because we don't know your heart. We ain't God. So you out there cheating and being a skeezer, check you for the streets. Like, when a woman cheats, she submits to another man and she's conquered by another man. When a man cheats, he's the one that's conquering a woman. So I just think it's much differently. But anyways, forget about the cheating part unless anyone had another thought on that. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Doing thoughts. I got a super chat real quick. And then Ease, I know you had a question, right? Mm-hmm. Ladies, if y'all have any questions, we can get to y'all too. We got Gray Win says in $5. Ladies with high standards, if you ever find your 1% man, 6 foot plus, 140K, who then is the prize in the relationship? Good question. Okay, so we can start with you.
I fully support being submissive. I believe that we would both have equal parts of being the prize, but I have no problem with the man being the prize. Okay. If, he was respectful and led the way, I have no problem being submissive, but I'm not going to be submissive to somebody who expects it but doesn't provide it, if that makes sense. Like, you can't have expectations that you're not also willing to express. Like, you got to do the same thing.
Yeah, I think what he's saying here is like if you actually get a guy that meets your standard, he's like that 1% guy, the prize. Like, who's that prize?
No disrespect, but I think prize is a little bit of an immature word. Like, I mean, this isn't a participation trophy. Like, this is like, you're talking about human beings.
When they say prize, meaning who's more valuable.
Yeah, that's what they're meaning. Like, who brings more value to the relationship if he's 1%?
I think that goes, but okay, so
who's more rare?
But I mean,
yeah.
Again, let's flip the roles. Okay. When you're dating and let's say you're looking for a woman, everybody has their own expectations. But if I was, okay, let's flip it. Like, now, okay, we're talking. Mm-hmm. And I would ask you, what's your ideal height in a woman?
My ideal height? Mm-hmm. I don't care. Niggas don't got no height preference. Okay. I'm 6'4". Every chick is way smaller than me.
Okay, so what is your preference for her financial situation?
No, because
we don't care about that. We don't care about. You asking the wrong questions.
we care about aesthetics. So you want to ask, what is his weight preference?
We care about aesthetics and compliance. Like, how well can this chick listen?
So if a woman can cook, can I cuss yet?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
If a woman can cook, fuck, suck, has her own money, keeps her shit together, and is loyal, is faithful, supports you, where is a good mother, is a good nurturer, is a good human being, wants the best for you, who's the prize then?
So I get what you're saying. What we're saying is, who's more rare? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Is it rare to find all of those things in a woman?
I'm trying to say this.
It's not rare. It's not at all.
Listen, ladies, it's very simple. Look,
every woman can cook, clean, fuck, suck.
No, they cannot. I know girls who can't even make scrambled eggs.
But that's the minority, though. That's the minority. The majority of women. Can you all cook?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
The
that's
majority
like
of
my nature.
women can't cook. The minority of women can't cook. The majority of women can fuck
How many
and
cheeses
suck.
does she put in the mac and
majority of
cheese?
women are loyal. You know what I'm saying?
What,
There's
does she
not a
make a
lot of
grilled
guys
cheese
that,
sandwich, or
hold
like,
on,
what's
there's
the
not a
level
lot of guys that
cooking?
make 140 fucking K a year. There's
Well,
not a lot of guys that weigh 6 foot
Can
or
we
6 foot
go
one.
back to why do
So that's why men
But
are
then-
way more rare.
we're self-sufficient? What makes a man a prize? So
Exactly.
now
Because
you
there's
have to be
less
a
of
prize.
him and there's more of you. Okay, I like this. Everybody put 10 hands up.
10
Put
hands
10
up or 10 fingers?
Okay. 10 fingers up. I apologize. Now I'm gonna start with her.
1%.
Yo.
1%.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah,
That's not the game?
No.
Okay, fine.
So
Okay,
it's a reason to it.
I am
Gotcha.
fine with
Yeah.
I am fine with a man being. I would love and support that man to the fullest extent if he was reciprocating the same amount of energy, because I genuinely believe that I am also a prize, not the prize. I believe that I am a prize. I think that what I bring to the table from a genuine standpoint, I know what I bring to the table. Would I treat him like the prize as well? I absolutely would. But to sit here and bow down and submit as if all of the efforts and all of the things that I put back into this relationship should be less than because he's more rare than me,
No.
well, I can't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
100%.
it's when we're speaking about it's exactly what he said. Ease was spitting. That's facts.
Who
Ease.
was?
Shout out to you. Actually, let me
He's here.
get
Come
him
on.
off Fugazee.
Bring it in.
Ease was spitting. What Ease is saying is that who's more rare? There's less of him because he's in a 1 percentile, and there's many of you, meaning that men, our standards aren't high. So since our standards aren't high and yours are very high, the guy that meets your standards, well, there's obviously less of him. And guess what? We can replace you much easier because we can always find a beautiful, like we just want, a nice body.
No
we want the
makeup,
cakes.
this-
We want like the things that we look
Yeah,
for
right.
most women have.
No.
So it's very replaceable. Now, when you get down to other things like can a woman, comply and have the ability to defer and really follow a man's lead and submit to a man? Well, one, that's going to depend on her, past, promiscuity, her past relationships experiences and being promiscuous. And that's also going to come from if she came from like a nuclear family and had a strong father figure around. You get what I'm saying? So there's other factors that will play into place, but at the end of the day, you are still more easier to replace than the top tier man. The top tier man is less of him, is more of you. That's just like simple math. There's not anything that you can really argue with. It's just like, think about it. Me and you get into a relationship, right? There's going to be extremely hard for you to find another one of me. Extremely hard.
Okay, but why do you say that?
Just by your own, your standards aren't that high. Forget about you. I forgot your standards was low. You could find any guy almost. But for you, it's going to be very hard for you to find another guy that's 6'1" or plus or taller and then makes 140K.
140K.
That's going to be, and then also be black. That's going to be extremely hard to find. And then also you want that
I
man
did
to
not say he
not
had
cheat.
to be black.
She said she liked.
Well, you
I
prefer.
said-
But even making 140K a year and being 6 foot, there's not a lot of guys that meet those
ton.
requirements.
I actually looked it up.
requirements.
It's
But also,
less
what
than
you ladies
1%.
seem to forget
It
is
1%.
that
Less than.
what you
I'll
what
be
you ladies
alone.
what you ladies seem to forget that is, okay, let's say you do get that ideal guy. What you need to ask yourself is he going to want me? Because remember, those guys have a lot of
care.
options.
Apparently
that's what
not.
you
We're
want. Why
replaceable,
don't
so
you care if that's what you
probably
want? 'Cause you
not.
understand that. Let's say you do meet a guy who's 6'1", makes 140K a year, and he just happens to be black. You know what I'm saying? And let's say he does find you attractive, but what you seem to forgetting is that you're not his only option. He has a lot of
I understand
of women.
that. I don't disagree with
So
that.
hold on, I'm not finished. He has a lot of women that want him. So now, like at that point, that's when you have to compete for him because he has a lot of options, and those options could be better than you. They could be prettier than you, younger than you, in better shape than you. Maybe have one less kid or no kids. So like, even if you do beat him, could you even get him?
Again, with all
That's
due
just
respect.
you. I don't mean to
All-
make
and
it
I
on
mean
you.
this with all
That's
due
just
respect.
for all women, even for guys. If I want a Victoria's Secret model, I gotta compete with. I gotta compete with the dudes like
Is she
Cooley,
the
6'4".
prize?
You know what
Is
I'm
the
saying?
Victoria's Secret
I'm
model
only
the prize?
5'8",
Is she
so-
replaceable really easily? Just wondering.
Wait, what'd you say?
that again?
Say that again?
Victoria's Secret model easily replaceable, and is she the prize?
No, it's because at the end of the day, a Victoria's Secret model, one, she weighs 110 pounds. Niggas really don't care about that skinny at all. And then as far as, the beauty, the Victoria's Secret model, she puts on a plethora of makeup. She puts on a whole lot of makeup. So those chicks ain't really even all that beautiful. Those chicks ain't really the guy's preference. Men, we're simple creatures. Guys will settle on a face that's like a 5 if the body is a 10. We'll settle on a body that's we'll settle on a body that's a 5 if the face is a 7 or 8. You get what I'm saying? But women, you want them to be attractive, and then you want him to have his money right. He has to make you feel the vibes. Think about it. Think about it. It's just very simple, women. Women, just pay attention to this. It's very simple. You want the man, because you said it. You was like, most of these guys, you spoke about white guys. These white guys, they don't really have game like that. They're kind of corny, and when you meet those guys that's making a whole lot of money, sometimes they're just kind of asking regular questions well, hey, how are you? They're kind of stiff, right? Well, those guys really wasn't probably out there in the dating market and experiencing a whole lot of women. If a man has game and he can make you feel the vibes, that took practice. That means that he made 100 other chicks feel those same vibes you feeling. So if he made you feel the vibes,
change my preference, believe me, I would. I'm just saying,
if he made you feel the vibes, he has the ability to make other chicks feel the vibes. So there's a high probability that he will exercise that. That's all I'm saying. That's just the reality. I'm not promoting it, saying that's just how it is.
I don't disagree.
Okay. Anyways, off the cheat, and maybe we can get to another topic. Any questions, ladies? I see you over here. She's like, I'm not with it. Amanda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I don't care
Amanda
about
got zero tolerance.
That's okay.
Yeah,
no
that's
one's
fine.
telling
I
you to
just have a
tolerate it.
different lens, and maybe because it's so I'm newly single, but I'm just how you were saying, I feel like we're both the prize in the relationship. Nobody should be better than the other one, or nobody should be.
You're speaking about it should. The thing is this.
That's how I want my next relationship to be, though. I don't really care about statistics or whatever. I will be alone until I find that equal playing field. And
it's not, because
then
the
I
reality.
will be single
no,
forever.
I'll give you the reality. It won't be. The reality is that guy that it's equal with, that it's no one's the prize and it's like this. Guess what? You're not really feeling like you adore him like that. You get what I'm saying? You're not really feeling like you adore him like that. The guy that is the prize, you're like, oh my gosh, I adore this guy so much. That's just gonna be
Chuck E. Cheese.
I just feel like it's so little kid. Yeah, it's just
it's from the super chat. But I mean, the top tier guys are the prize.
I don't play those games. It's equal playing field or get off.
Virgins are the prize. That's about it. When you get a virgin,
she
that's
can't
very
arch
rare.
her back.
See, that's
Niggas don't care about that.
And that's
until she can't make.
Guys
She
don't care
can
about
learn.
that.
She does. A woman does not need 100 guys to have good experience. She can learn from just having sex with that same guy she's been having sex with for 10 years.
But he can be a hoe in order to show her all the tricks that she needs to know.
Well, the difference is because men want a woman with inexperience so he can show her the world, and women want a man with experience so she can be showed the world. So we look for two different things. Attraction isn't symmetrical, which means that what you look for in a man, he isn't looking for the same thing in you. It's asymmetrical. You get what I'm saying? So men, if we're really being honest, now, if we're just looking for, a hot little, fling, then it's okay, let's wild out. But if we're looking for a long-term relationship, we'll actually take the chick that has no experience at all, because that's purity. You get what I'm saying? She's pure. And then
Multiple.
One, she's.
Tell her what to do.
It isn't telling her what to do. You won't even have to tell her what to do. She would just follow what you do.
She's green. She has no clue about the world.
That is not clueless.
Yeah.
No, that's different, because think about it. The reality is this: when a man gets with a woman, you're trying to put it shame, she's clueless. You're trying to shame the inexperienced woman.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying if you're gonna talk about a virgin or a girl, typically she's probably going to be 22 or under, so she's green. She has no clue about the world. She doesn't know herself.
Okay, do you think that's a positive thing or a negative thing?
It's a neutral thing. She's a young girl. She needs to learn herself. I didn't know myself when I was 22.
No, you don't need to know yourself. You need to be taught yourself.
By
so the
who?
thing is this.
By who?
By your man,
No.
the man that you choose.
No.
So here's the thing, right? I'll just share this perspective, and then I want to get y'all take on it. When a woman is living at home with her parents, she's a young girl and stuff, her father is the one that's providing, taking care of her in that household. If she comes from a nuclear family, she's obeying what her father says. The father says, no, honey, you have to be in at this certain time. She obeys her father. She doesn't say, oh, father, you're insecure. Oh, father, why can't I do this? You don't want, because you're not confident that I won't, be out there like that. No, she's not thinking that her father is insecure when the father sets standards. Listen, when a father sets standards and has boundaries for his daughter, the daughter isn't looking at the father like he's being controlling or he's being insecure. The daughter looks at the father like he loves me and he's trying to protect me. You get it? So the thing is, when you are a girl living under the roof with your father, when you leave out his household and you get with a man, that man becomes your father. And his standard and his guidelines and the boundaries that he sets, that's what you follow. That's how it works. That's how it works.
She didn't like the word father.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. Like that man, think about it, ladies. No. You want the man to protect and provide for you in a relationship. You do. Your father was protecting and providing for you before you got into the relationship. Your father and that man that you're with, they got the same mind. All niggas basically think alike. So when a man sets standards in a relationship and has some boundaries and say, hey, don't wear that out there. Don't wear that, girl. You're not hanging with those friends. That's the same thing that your father was telling you. You're not hanging out with those people. They bad. They smoke drugs. Oh, you better be in the house at this time. Your father is telling you this because he loves you and he's protecting and providing for you. When your man has these boundaries and set these standards for you, it's the same. He becomes your new father.
No.
He becomes your new father. That's facts. Cooley spitting. I don't even think no one even wrote that into the analogy. Someone clip that up. We're going to put that up. That one finna go viral. All right. You said that. You seem like you got something.
When you get into biblical
perspective.
Yep. God is your father, and the next person that comes after that is the man.
Okay.
And
True.
The woman.
Okay. She's thinking.
So I mean, I feel like in a household, should the man think about the woman when he makes his decisions? I think slightly. I think he should put her into perspective because he loves her. That's part of loving her. But end all be all, I do agree with a man being the head of the household, a man, making those rules.
So real quick, and you want a traditional relationship. It seems like you want a traditional relationship because you don't want the man to cheat. You think that people should respect themselves. Mm-hmm. You seem like you have some morality within you, right?
Yeah,
for sure. And I sense that as well.
Yeah.
I sense that you want a traditional relationship. Yeah. So if you want a traditional relationship, what I'm saying shouldn't hurt you. It should wake you up to the fact that your father was your father. He has standards and guidelines. Your man that you choose when you leave your father's house, essentially, he becomes your new father.
That's where I don't like it.
In the sense of
That's where I don't like it. I want the man to be a great father to my children and be the head of the household and all of those traditional things, but to call the man my new father.
Yeah, I told her she didn't like the word father.
You just didn't like it. What I'm saying is,
I got
the same. No, I got myself. The
she
same.
doesn't like the word father.
The same boundaries.
I just don't like. I don't like to be told. Like I don't.
But what I'm saying is the same ideals that your father has for you when you were a little girl under his household. If your man loves you, he's going to have those same ideals as your father had. He's going to want to, protect, provide for you, and make sure you're good.
But telling me what to wear, probably not.
Well,
I'm not going to. Why would I go out and look disrespectful? I wouldn't be wearing assless chaps to go out. Of course not. I'm with somebody.
You're talking about women who dress like that.
Yeah, we're talking about women that dress like that.
And it's not me, though.
Yeah, no, we're not speaking about you.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
That's why some of this stuff, I'm just like, it's just shaking my head because I'm just like, absolutely
Yeah, man,
not.
if it don't apply, truly let it fly.
Yeah.
We speaking in general. Yeah.
I just get a
someone had some? Okay. We got a few super chats. Okay, now they coming in. Let's get them in. Meet them. And ladies, have some questions. I want to hear your thoughts and what you are thinking about.
I guess I do have a question.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about it since the beginning. Do you really have 3 wives?
No, what? I don't got no 3 wives. Shorty funny.
Why, you trying to be the 4th?
No.
So you're trying to get recruited. How many wives do you have? No, I'm playing. All right, so we got in here Chris. sends in $2. Butterfly tattoos equals former 304. Who got butterfly tattoos?
I have butterfly tattoos. What does that mean?
Former hoe.
Oh.
So you ever on a calculator, right? You ever if you write is it what 403
Right.
Okay,
from 304?
I get it.
Turn it
upside down. It spells hoe.
I'm gonna explain this
Go ahead.
real quick. I have 3 butterflies for my 3 kids, but since I was little, I've been like a butterfly catcher. I catch butterflies and then like let them go like off a flower. So that's the behind the tattoo.
You see that, Chris? He's not a 304.
For kids. What the heck?
Yeah, he's nice.
Okay, we got Gray Win sends in $5. Okay. As women age, they have to stop looking at what they want and start looking at what they can realistically obtain. Agreed or disagree?
Agree.
Agree. Yeah, if you're 50, I mean,
We ain't hear nothing from you.
Yeah, let's speak.
She like,
A little bit. Why a little bit? Why not a lot of bit?
Because your value doesn't necessarily diminish the older you get. Just different things about you.
Well, hold on. You gotta look at it from a guy's perspective.
Well, no, I just said different things are valued.
But still, guys, our number one priority is looks. We prioritize looks over anything. We don't care about your money, your personality, how nice you are, how funny you are, how great you dress. We care about looks first. Everything else comes second. So in a man's eyes, as you get older to us, your value slowly starts to go down because you're not getting prettier. You know what I mean? Men, we value looks.
Unless you've already
shouldn't wear makeup.
If you in a relationship with him and you built up, years of history, that's different. We're
Right.
speaking about if you're meeting,
Right, if you're single
you
and-
single and you met a man at 22 versus you single, you meet a man at 42.
It's we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. So now we can either be 50 and have our own bread, or be 50 and hope that you take care of us, but then we're a gold digger if we at 50 expect you to take care of us. So what do you want? You want us to be broke or
we don't
bad?
really shame you for being a gold digger. We
Yeah.
just if you are looking for that,
What about
man,
old
that
lady
1%
over
man.
here married 4 times? So if she came to you and said, my last husband bought me titties, so now that they're perky, and then I got a facelift and I'm 50 and I'm bad at 50, but I also want you to provide for me everything, including the 4 kids that aren't yours. Somebody out there, what is he saying is that diminishes. So do you want us to have our own money, or do you want us to be fine? Because if I could quit my job and be at the gym 6 days a week for 4 hours per day and prep my meals and be dainty and fold people's panties, I absolutely would do that. But that's not realistic.
But what we want you to do is stop ending marriages and leaving relationships. 50% of marriages end in divorce, and 80% of people that
And I
initiate
want
the
him to
divorce
stop
are
sticking
women.
his
it's 'cause of
dick
cheating.
in someone else.
Okay, I
Cheating,
think I see what you're saying.
finances.
So you're saying like, well, what does a woman do as she gets older? Because the thing is, it's a double-edged sword.
That's what I'm saying. What comes first? I mean, or what's more important, should I say?
What's more important
Staying with the family?
is very simple. What's more important is
So
women
take my cheating ex-husband back.
is
No.
Yeah. Yes,
What-
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
take your cheat ex-husband back because look, listen, because I'm telling you right now, the older you get, the harder it's gonna be for you for dating and to finding a good guy.
No.
Because, like I said, man, we prioritize looks.
you look like you was in a
So,
relationship
yes.
with Mike. Call Mike back. And his name
Yes,
wasn't Mike.
stick with your man.
No.
Stick with your man. Because
stick
men
with him.
will cheat, but
Rather
we won't
dig my own
leave you.
grave.
I'm not saying cheating is right, but hey, F it. You chose the guy, so you got it. You made the bed, you laying it.
Yeah,
but stick with your man because the older you get, the harder it is for you to find the guy that you want. Because men prioritize looks over anything. I'm sorry, but that 6'1", 140K, he will always choose a woman that's younger than you and prettier than you and less baggage than you. Period. So you might as well just stick with what you got. Or what you can do is, if you're a young woman, get the best guy that you can, ride it out, do whatever it is you gotta do as a woman, and stay with him. Because once you get older, and especially if you have kids and you're a single mother, it's gonna be even 10 times harder for you.
It's gonna be a little
You ever
harder.
heard of, if you go on YouTube and look up women hitting the wall, it's a whole bunch of women crying, talking about how they wish they would have stayed with their husbands, or they wish that they had kids, or
I've never
something
heard of
along
it.
those.
I think
something
it
along those
all
lines.
goes back to your perception. You guys are men. You're going to try to give us your perception as us doing these things in order to get y'all. What if we Why do we have to lower our standards because the man is a prize?
We're not
If
saying
we're
that.
providing and protecting ourselves, not because we want to,
Yeah.
because we're left absolutely no choice. We're literally left either stay with a man because he does these things and you will have X, Y, and Z, or be by yourself, not because I'm happy and I'm having a wonderful time paying all my bills, but I have a little bit of self-dignity left and I'm not willing to lose that over somebody who had no respect for me in the first place. So again, why is the man the prize if he's not willing to reciprocate that you are also the prize? I birthed children for him. I gave him life.
The man is not saying that the man isn't reciprocating, and I get what you're saying. So we're not saying that. The thing is, and the reason why this podcast is popular is because, women don't normally hear this truth. We ain't trying to smash. Most guys that you meet, they trying to smash, so they're going to say whatever to try to make you feel the vibes and just not really try to, they don't want to create any friction or anything. So they're like always walking on thin ice with telling you things. We keep it no Fugazee. We don't care about none of that junk.
They're gonna lie.
They're gonna lie to you and say all of these things like, "Oh, girl, listen, girl, you right, girl, you 39 years old. Yeah, you look much better when you was 28." Like they're gonna make up all of these lies and stuff. The thing is very simple. You have to live in reality. That's all we're telling you. So live in reality, and if your standards are you want a 1% guy, or maybe even less than 1%, because she said she looked it up. So he's a less than 1% guy. All we are saying is, if you find this guy, why would he choose you is the first thing. What's special about you than all of his other options? And then not only that, do you really expect this man to be faithful to you when you left all of these other relationships? They weren't less than 1% guys, were they? No. And then if you actually, the men that cheated on you wasn't even less than 1%. Then you want a man that's less than 1%. That nigga is most likely cheating on you.
So Sam, if you know that all guys cheat, then you should have just stayed with your husband.
Yeah, you should just stay with him.
It was the disrespect. It wasn't the cheating. It was
crazy.
Did he blatantly? I mean, if he blatantly straight
Staying
up
is crazy.
I said he's crazy.
Okay, well then that's different.
Yeah, that's
okay. Like, obviously don't stay in a relationship if you're being physically abused.
Don't stay with a psychopath.
No.
Okay.
Let me make that very clear.
I don't know.
No, because I have
The neighbor, I just would have
Cooley,
lost it.
listen, I have a lot of women in my family, and Cooley has a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I wouldn't let my sister be with a guy that's beating on her. So hell no.
First and foremost, he never beat on me.
So thank God. And,
that's
and
a
if
good
a guy's like this verbally disrespecting you, then
Never verbally disrespecting
you.
me
You don't gotta. Then if he's verbally disrespecting you, then leave. Cheating, verbally disrespecting. With marriage, I believe if you're gonna put a ring on it, fellas, don't cheat. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're going to cheat, and it's just.
But it is till death do us part, through rich or poor, through all of that stuff. So it's like
sickness and health.
We're rich and
but
poor.
Bring it back to that about being abused and verbally abused. Am I supposed to stay in that?
Verbally abused is that's up for debate. That's
debatable.
All right, let's
but
go,
I'd
let's
say
go,
you
let's
could
go
if he's always calling like F-U-B, you stupid H, you know what I mean? Get the F out my
So
face.
should you keep it death to us part until then, or do you agree with ending the relationship at a point where it's like severe abuse?
Yeah, of course. If it's severe abuse.
Yeah, we don't condone abuse.
We don't condone abuse. But if the nigga done cheated once and you got kids with him, you should try your hardest to work it out. That's all I'm saying.
And let's say you did. You went through the steps of going through marriage counseling, of actually putting in the work, trying. Are you still then a less than woman? Because
marriage counseling. You need to go to church.
I went to marriage counseling within a church. I went and talked to a pastor, not like just a psychologist. I mean, at that point, when you go through all the steps, when you try, when you work, and it still doesn't work, I feel like, there has to be a little situational like leniency when it comes to that. I feel like a lot of thinking in this conversation is very black and white.
Yeah, if like the man keeps on doing things and of course eventually, end it. But like what I'm saying is, women, you get in a state of rumination. So the state of rumination is when it's a pattern where you can't get over of thinking about the traumatic thing that happened to you. You can't get over. It's like, like I can't, I'm just always thinking about it. You're in the state of rumination. It's very foggy. So if you're in that state, that's the state that you need to overcome and get out of, because maybe that guy messed up once. Okay, cool. Well, maybe he can show you that he isn't that guy anymore. But then the thing is, he could be showing you that he's not that guy and he's not cheating on you, but you're in a state of rumination. So everything that comes up, you like, oh, well, you was with that girl, 6 months ago. Oh, you was with that girl, that same situation. It went from 6 months ago. You still bringing it up 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You still bringing the same thing up. Let it go.
Working on it though. That means the woman is not making conscious
I agree.
decisions to work on it.
A lot of the situations when men cheat and girls are, and her feelings like that, normally she's in that state of rumination and dwelling on, past traumas and stuff like that.
I think if a guy's cheating on you, I always think it's the girl's fault.
He's funny.
I think it's your fault. Because women think they're perfect. They think they don't make no mistakes. As a matter of fact,
That's
let's go
not
around
true.
the table.
That's not true.
I think
I know exactly what my mistake was.
Most women are oblivious to the mistakes they make in relationships and always blame the man. Man, we know that we effed up, or we know that we ain't.
Who the heck you're dating? But like, I look inward.
I think a lot. How about we go around? Like,
do you know why?
So name. I want you girls. What do you think your man did not like about you, or what mistakes have you made in your relationship prior to it ending? Start with you, Sophia.
Yeah. Let's go with that's good. And we can make it simpler so they can understand it too. Let's go with one red flag, but your top one that you did in the past or about yourself or whatever.
I think my biggest red flag is I really don't know how to communicate well and appropriately.
Okay. Next.
Biggest red flag. Yourself.
Hyper independence.
So not letting a man be quote unquote a man or a lead, or what do you mean?
Yeah, that's what that means.
That's what that means, right?
Yeah.
Hyper independence is I'm fearful to be vulnerable that you're going to let me down, so I'll do it myself. And I won't ask, but then I'll anticipate that you should just know that it should be done.
Oh, so you think you want men to be psychics? Got it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Alex?
What's my biggest red flag?
Yeah.
In you.
That if you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you 10 times more. I like to study people.
Oh, dang. Shorty want revenge.
Because you didn't have to hurt me.
They do it better, too.
The devil.
You didn't have to do it. You could have just left me alone. You didn't have to do it.
But that's not
Dan, be
it.
active.
What is something that you did in a relationship that was uncalled for, or that your man did not like?
Well,
not something that you did in retaliate of something he did.
Not in retaliation.
Right. Just something, just a flaw of yours that you did in a relationship that your man did not like.
I don't know. I have a smart mouth.
There it is. Smart mouth. Amanda?
I think communication, as far as I let things just push it under the rug. I'm very much just ignore. And I don't bring things up right away. Not that it will be 3 weeks later either, but it could be a couple days, or maybe I just never bring it up. And then maybe I hold that as a grudge.
Okay. So, and with that right there, men, we're very communicative. You know what I'm saying? Like with all guys, like if a guy has a problem with another guy, you're going to know right then and there. It might be a fight or a conversation. It's going to be either or. We don't wait. We don't, you know what I mean? And the problem with women is like they hold grudges and they wait. They let things build up and build up and build up, and the man doesn't even know that he's hurting you or making you feel some kind of way, and he thinks everything is perfect, and then you finally express yourself, and it's just like, well, what the you know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have just said something, I would have fixed it, I would have changed it instead of digging myself a deeper grave, and now I can't dig myself back out.
I agree with you, but that's because men are black and white and women have gray. The emotional state that a woman has is our gray area that we try to, when you're going through that process, we're trying to ask ourselves from an emotional state whether we're even being rational with what we're expecting or not. So when you're going through, it's either this, I didn't know I was doing something wrong. We're asking ourselves, okay, was it our trauma that made me expect something out of him that was completely irrational? Are my expectations too high? Am I just tired? Is my period about to start? So when we're withholding how we're going to communicate with you and when we're going to communicate with you, it's us rationalizing with ourselves whether our issue was even a rational issue.
If a man is in a relationship with you, it means he loves you. He cares about you. He wants something but the best for you. He wants to protect you. So the last thing a man wants to do is to hurt your feelings, okay? So if you feel some kind of way, even if it's the smallest thing, even if you forgot to pick up his sock and that really irks you, even though it's not a big deal, say it, because men, we really do appreciate.
That's how your brain works, though. Yeah. That's not how our brain works.
It doesn't matter. If we're in a marriage, if we're together, and you know I
and then I turn around and say, "Why didn't you pick up your sock?" And you're like, "You're always got something to say."
Yeah,
yes. Like. Okay, now I'm going to tone, please.
So that's why I just.
It's all about how you say it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you women always say, right? So if you come, I'm pretty sure any man, if a man is in a relationship, remember, he loves you, he cares about you. Last thing he wants to do is hurt you. So if you come up to him and say, this is the difference between saying, hey, babe, I really don't like when you leave your sock, can you please pick it up? Compared to like, yo, if you don't pick your fucking sock up, it's going to be issues. Remember, it's all how you approach people. Men, we don't like being spoken to a certain kind of way, and neither do women. So we need that same respect. You know what I'm saying? Remember, like, we're in a relationship. We're a team. Like you guys said, we're equal. So if you want me to make you happy, continue to make you happy, I need to know the slightest thing that makes you upset. I don't care. If I put a grain of salt extra in your food, I need to know. Yeah. Because last thing I want to do is make you upset because you're my love, you're my baby.
I don't need to know what freaking make you upset. Get over that junk. You're a human being. You are a human being. What I can help you out is, think about it. Women, they tend to live in their minds like you stated, right? That's everything you stated. We understand what you're saying. But you got these demons in your mind, and you may need some help with, leaning on the man so he can help self-regulate your emotions. But it's called self-regulation for a reason. That's a you problem. You got them demons in your head. I could do certain things, but it ain't really going to be on me. I could give you some tools and maybe...
Because men are problem solvers.
Men are problem solvers. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, if you got demons in your head and you're in this emotional state, your mind is tangential, you're not thinking linear, that's a you problem. You need to get your mind straight. So at the end of the day, you don't got to freak. I don't give a freak about all of this feel stuff. Follow my lead, woman. You follow my lead, you're going to feel good eventually. Like, the thing is, at the end of the day, forget about men shouldn't be out there trying to control how the woman, like, dictate all her feelings or even want to know all of her feelings. She's going to feel all of these type of ways. If the man is focused on, and I get what you're saying, Eve, but you are spitting. But what I'm saying is, like, that isn't a priority that a man, like, always has to focus on. A woman has agency. If you have agency, that means that you are responsible, which means you are accountable, right? That's what that means. So if you are a responsible human being, you are accountable for what you are responsible for. So what are you responsible for? Yourself, your mental state. You have to be accountable for that. So get it together. You get what I'm saying? So that comes with you healing yourself. It's not like a man can't get in there and try to fix these demons that's going on in your mind. He could probably help you a little bit to a degree with helping out with the balancing of things, the demons that's in your mind. But as far as actually fixing that, you've been through too much damage. You viewing the world wrong, and go to church. At the end of the day. But I think you had something, right? You was raising your hand when he was speaking.
Who, Amanda?
Yeah, no? I thought I seen you.
I was just going to say, back to the, pushing things under the rug. I was dating somebody at the time who would get mad if I brought things up, and also had issues communicating as well. So I think it wasn't I'm not I know what you're saying. You're saying, you don't know how the woman feels, blah, 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 but it's very subjective to every situation. And so I was in a situation where I couldn't actually bring up how I felt. Otherwise, there would be an argument. So I just got to a point where I didn't say anything.
And that's unfortunate, because you will come across guys like that. You know what I'm saying? And, it is what it is, you're just gonna have to figure out a way to communicate, or just gonna have to date somebody else that communicates better.
The point with your question is, what was the main point again? You asked them about the red flags in a guy. They told the red flags. What was the conclusion to it? To like tie it in.
Oh, because we were talking about cheating. You all said from cheating, and I said that I believe that it's a woman's fault when a woman cheats.
Okay.
When a man cheats on his woman.
Okay, so now with what they said, how you tying that in for it to make sense?
Oh, because
because I want the women to understand.
Yeah, because my thing is, because guys, we are very direct and women aren't. A lot of women expect us to read their minds and to know how they feel, and they're very good at masking their emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's why do you think they always say, women are they're broken up with the guy like months before it actually happens. So, and some guys just are oblivious to stuff like that. Some guys just aren't great readers. So my thing is, if you nip it in the bud as soon as possible, it may not get worse to the point where you just have to break up with him and finally do it. So my thing is just, if you have an issue, bring it up right then and there, or just wait a few hours till you cool down and then have that conversation, because you'll be surprised how receptive us men can be, and things might get better. I mean, the man didn't marry you for no reason. He saw something in you to marry you. You know what I mean? So if you just give him that benefit of the doubt and say what bothers you, I think that if a man really loves you, and especially if he married you, things will get better.
You want to give a red flag? They will give a red flag. You want to give a red flag?
For women?
Yeah.
Shit. Red flag. They kind of named all of them. Damn. Red flag women give. Projecting. I say that's definitely a red flag. Women project a lot. A woman will assume or feel a man feels like this instead of asking him. A big one is, you're insecure. No, I'm not insecure. I just don't like this. And if you don't like that, I don't like that, then, because an insecure man will just tolerate everything you do. But a secure man will tell you what he doesn't like and doesn't care if you leave him, or doesn't care if it'll cause an argument. I like what I like and I don't like what I don't like. I'm a man. If you don't like it, tough. Leave, or I'll find a woman that'll...
I have a question.
Sure.
Mentality I have though as a woman.
If you were talking to somebody and they got upset, that do guys get upset when women come on your show? Would you claim that as an insecurity? Or if a woman was coming here and their partner gave them, like, let's say they had a husband and their husband gave them a hard time about coming on this show.
Oh, yeah, no. So I'll explain this one.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. We get girls that come on a podcast all the time, and their man did not want them to come on the podcast.
Why is that?
And I tell those women, that isn't coming from a place of insecurity. It's just like the father example.
Protection.
It's protection. Like, one, the woman is a mere reflection of the man. Mm-hmm. So if she does anything on a podcast that could disrespect the man, well, I'm not going to put my woman in that situation. You shouldn't go on that podcast, right? But from that standpoint, yeah. Now, the thing is, I definitely have women that came on here and they'll be like, yeah, my man didn't want me to be on here. And how I look at those women, you don't respect your man. Why are you on this podcast? Why are you on this podcast when your man doesn't even want you to be on this podcast? He'd rather you be at home with him. But you chose to come on a podcast for what reasons? For some clout? To meet Cooley, to have a conversation and ease. You get what I'm saying? Well, like, what's your aspirations if you're in this relationship with the man and he doesn't want you to be here? Now, it's much different. We had married women come on here. That's totally fine. And their man is okay with it. They send it in super chats. That's different if the man is okay with the woman coming here. That's fine and dandy. But if the man isn't okay and the chick is here, it's a high probability she's for the streets. But that's just not here. That's anywhere. That's like if he was like, yeah, babe, I don't want you going there. And it's like a function or something. And she goes there, man, she don't really respect him like that because she's not listening to him. So it's just not here. This is just an example of a place, but it can be anywhere that he doesn't want her to go. I'll give a red flag. This may be controversial, but it's a red flag. One of the biggest red flags from what I've seen is from when women call their man kings. Oh,
That's weird.
Ew.
or when women call men kings in general. That's the thing. And normally it comes from the black community. Oh, yeah, hi, king. Hey, king, how are you? These black girls calling men king. It's a red flag is because it decreases the value of the word king. You get what I'm saying? Like, one, you barely even treat that man as a king. You're not even in a relationship with him. You're just texting and you saying king. I think that's like a huge red flag if a woman is calling a man king. Because like, how many other men did you call a king to? Did you say, hey, king? But then if I do take you seriously and now you're calling me a king, but I didn't have to work for that title, I got the title up front. It's like it decreases the value, one, because you called other niggas king, and two, it decreases the values because I didn't have to work or do anything. I'm just called king. You get what I'm saying? It's just dumb. I think when chicks say that, like, oh yeah, hey king, it's mostly black chicks, but I'm just like, stop saying that. Like, don't call every guy a king. Any black man you see out there, he isn't a king. Stop giving that title out, women. It's just dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
That's one more thing. So about the men telling women, their girlfriends, what to do. As a man, we automatically know when we're hanging out, whether it's with our female friends or family members that are females or our significant other, we subconsciously know that we are responsible for your protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know if shit hits the fan, we are the ones that are gonna protect you, and plus we are the ones that you guys look to protect you. So if we hear that you're going to a place, whether it's a function event or a social event or a club or a bar, and we say we don't want you to go, it's not because we're insecure, it's because we know how men are. We know that there ain't shit men out there. We know that there's men out there that don't respect women. So if we're telling you don't go here, it's not because we're insecure. We're just
We don't want
out
to put you in a place that's gonna hurt the relationship.
Right now, subconsciously, Cooley and I are responsible for your safety. If somebody were to break in, you guys are looking for us to stop the intruder and protect you.
And we had some things happening here before where girls would get scared.
And we are fine with doing that. You know what I mean? So as a man, we know what our duty is. You know what I'm saying? So when we say don't do X, Y, and Z, it's not because we're trying to control you. We're just looking out for you.
As a woman, though, how do we know the difference? How can we tell the difference between natural and insecurity?
Got it. So natural and insecurity. So the insecure means lack of confidence, right? So from a perspective, if a man is telling you something and it's insecure, that would come from is a man truly ever lacking confidence? That can be in a way if, I'll give you an example. If hypothetically, me and you in a relationship, we at the mall and we walking, and a man walks up to you and he says something to you. He's like, hey, how are you? If I gotta come in and be like, yo, man, don't talk to my chick. Yeah, insecure. A secure man will allow the woman to reject that man. And I actually want to see what my woman will do in that situation.
Let me see.
Let me see how she's actually going to act. Like, my chick should be dumb, deaf, and blind if another nigga walk up to her. If I'm with her or if I'm not with her. Invisible. She don't even see the nigga. She don't reply. She don't say anything back. No reply is the best reply. Don't say, oh, yeah, no, I'm in a relationship. Too many words, chick. God dang, you gave him 5 words?
Yeah, you used to ignoring dudes. You ignore them like you ignore the dudes in your DMs.
Ignore them niggas like you ignore the guys in your DMs. You gave the nigga 5 words. No, I'm not interested. God dang,
that means you're interested in our eyes. You talking, that means you're interested.
Yeah, you talking. You looked at us. You gave us eye contact. Oh, he gonna walk away. He gonna walk away like, I probably got a chance.
I think she liked me, bro.
Right? And then you jacked all up. Now another man in his head, he think he got a chance with you because you said 5 words back. Don't say anything. Walk away. Matter of fact, y'all white in here. Besides you, do the white girl scream, ah, and run away. So the cops come.
Because, man, we could be delusional, too, in that aspect. Like, Like, we'll talk to you and you deny us, and we'll go back to our boys.
We go back to I probably
she
got
said, like, I know she
probably got it. Yeah. Nigga, you almost had it, though. You almost had it.
I'm gonna hit her up again.
It was just the wrong day, but you'll be able to get that job. Find her on IG, bro.
Because she didn't like me, she would never said nothing, but she spoke to me.
She spoke to you. Matter of fact, nigga, she looked at you.
She looked me in my eyes.
Men
She looked you in the
are
eyes, bro. She looked you in the eyes. You probably got it.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, well, this is how men be thinking. So if you're
It's fine,
in a
I'm joking. I
relationship,
asked,
ladies,
I
this is
asked.
game to pick up for you. If you are in a relationship and another man approaches you, whether if you with your man or not with your man, you should be
Stevie
Helen
Wonder.
Keller. Dumb, deaf, and blind. Don't say anything to that woman to that man back at all. Just walk away.
Look, got it.
I like to say no.
Well, thanks.
Too many words.
This is so funny. Just say
Sometimes when girls say no, it means
Yes.
maybe or yes.
no. Yeah, you gotta say it like with like a bitchy
No, you
like
just
no.
just don't say shit. The same way y'all be ghosting dudes and ignore your DMs, you gotta do that in real life.
Just
Look,
gotta-
the
no.
best rejection
No.
to a guy that he'll know that you are not interested at all. If you literally, he's like, hey, what's up? Can I talk to you? And you're literally like, you walk away, he gonna be like, oh dang, she not with it at all.
Exactly.
But if like you look back and then like, and you still reject him, you're like, yeah, I'm not interested, I'm in a relationship. He gonna be like,
now you gonna try to persuade
No.
you.
yeah, he gonna try to say like, well, when he mess up, I know he gonna mess up soon.
'Cause I'ma say
let
that.
me know.
How is we supposed to walk away, Cooley?
Run.
He's gonna write a whole persuasive essay on why you should talk to him and leave your boyfriend, or we can't just be friends. Your man don't let you have
No,
friends.
it works really well. Like just put your hand up in their face, no, and they're just so shocked you did that, and then they walk away.
Yeah, that might work too. But these guys are resilient.
Literally was
Ladies, I'm gonna get to the
no.
super chats and then we gonna if y'all got any questions. How long we been streaming for, Dan? How many hours it say?
2 hours and about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool. We've been going for a little bit. Y'all good on time, ladies? Y'all chilling? Everybody chilling? Everybody good on time?
I have to take the potty break soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Y'all could always get up and go to the bathroom whenever you want.
you can do it right now.
You could actually get up. I'm reading the chats right now. Yeah.
Are they gonna talk about me?
I don't see any. Actually, let's see.
yeah.
We got. Okay, we got Chris sends in $5. A woman who will not submit to a male leadership is destined to be single for got these shades on. Destined to be single forever, or forced to settle for a simp that she will never respect. That's facts. That is facts.
That wasn't about me. I'll be back.
Can I say something now?
Yeah.
I will say, how is a woman supposed to submit to a man who is not doing their part? I feel like if a man is
You
100%,
shouldn't choose that man.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that. I'm not saying you should choose that man, but I'm saying if you choose a man that is 100% playing his part, like participating in the ways he should, providing in the ways that he should, I feel like a woman would have no problem submitting to that man.
So are you saying that? So you're saying that you're in a relationship with a guy, he's doing everything that he's supposed to do as a man, and if for somewhere along the way he stops doing that, is that what you mean? And
Okay, so let me put it.
I got the perfect answer for you.
Of me. So I was a stay-at-home girlfriend, then I was a stay-at-home wife and a stay-at-home mom. I was submissive to that man as long as he was doing his job. When he stopped providing, when he stopped being a father, when he stopped, being home and present, is when I stopped being submissive.
Got it. So, women, I want you to think linear. That's what I want you to try to do. Think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Think forward, like this way,
Gotcha.
right? And if you think this way, you've already done the most ultimate form of submission by having sex with a man. There's not any other form of submission that's higher than sex when it comes to a woman. If you've done the ultimate form of submission for a man already, and you're still doing the most ultimate form of submission for the man already, these other aspects that's of lower degree should come automatically, like submitting to the man, following his lead. Now, we're not saying if the man is leading you to the end of the road because he's lacking and he's lazy and he can't keep a job and you're seeing his ability. Who had the alcoholic? Who had the alcoholic? You had the
I
alcoholic?
had an alcoholic, but that wasn't my ex-husband. That was the
Okay, so
relationship
if it's
after.
the extreme, now if you're speaking about the extreme, it's like, okay, then if you're married, and it's the extreme like that, you should still try to get some help from a church, from some counseling or something like that. You should
I'm
still
not
do your all
disagreeing.
to make it work. Now, if it comes to that end and you see no change in the man, like he's just not changing, then you break up with him.
Right.
But the thing is, you need to be able to have discernment. And this discernment is the ability to make good judgment. So meaning that you want to put yourself in the best situation. So you want to be able to see these future red flags that he may have.
In a perfect reality, yeah. And like I said, I feel like everything here is very black and white thinking, but it's very much situational. There's narcissists. There's people with behavioral disorders, mental disorders. You can't always look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see the
But the thing is, you chose the man. You can do things. I'll tell you how. I'll just flip it on how we look at women, and then I'll reverse it. So this will give you some ideas. And you said it in the beginning of the podcast, so I know you truly understand it already. This will help you out. So let's speak about discernment. Discernment is the ability to make good judgment. You're speaking about, I choose a man, but then he changes, and then he wasn't the man that I thought he was, blah, blah, blah. So I just can't do it anymore. I got to break up with him. So we're speaking about trying to avoid those type of men. How do you avoid those type of men? Is by having discernment. How do you have discernment? First, it comes from self, because all human beings project. So your moral compass and what you accept in yourself, you will accept in someone else. I repeat, what you accept in yourself, you will accept in someone else. I don't smoke, drink, cuss, or do any of these things. So the woman that I chose, she doesn't do those things either. You get what I'm saying? And I don't have any tattoos. I'm not going to choose a chick that has full with tattoos. You get what I'm saying? It's just like tattoos, that scars. Scars kind of look good on men. When men go through some traumatic things, we normally tat it on us. When women go through some traumatic things, they normally tat it on them. So it's a higher probability that she went through some traumatic things, unless in the rare scenario where she's just getting tattoos for art. There's always exceptions to the rule. I'm just giving an example.
Mine are traumatic.
Yeah. Yours is traumatic. Yours is traumatic? Yeah. Okay. All right. So look, I'm hitting a target today. I'm not wrong today. So what I'm saying is, what you accept in yourself, you will accept in someone else. So you need to be the best version of yourself, so then you can see, right? Like, think about it. If you don't drink and you don't cuss, you're going to pick up every cuss word that someone says. You're going to see every time someone is drinking. You're going to see every time someone has an inability to not have any self-discipline. That's just what you're going to pick up. If you go to the gym a lot, you're going to see like, oh, this guy's kind of like, you can see it on him. He's sloppy. You know what I mean? So if you're the best version of yourself, you're going to be able to see the red flags in other people much clear as day. But if you're not the best version of yourself, you are more prone to accept the degenerate behavior that those guys portray, because you have it in yourself as well. So that's step number one.
And I wouldn't disagree with that. Healthy attracts healthy, unhealthy attracts unhealthy.
Yep. Step number two. Well, step number two? Step number two is, one, you got to understand your own nature. Your own nature is feelings. Ladies, that's your nature. You got hypergamy. Yeah, that's a dating metric too. But your true nature and what you all prioritize is how you feel. And how you feel can get you in the worst situations, because you're more susceptible. So if we look at the Adam and the Eve story, the serpent influenced Eve. Eve bit the ape, it from the forbidden fruit, and then Adam ate from the forbidden fruit, right? So why didn't Adam was here before Eve, but the serpent could never influence Adam. You know why? Because Adam wasn't susceptible to outside influences. Adam wasn't in his emotions and stuff like that. But women, your nature is more emotional. So Eve was just more susceptible to the serpent's influences. This is why the serpent was able to manipulate her to get her to eat the apple. I say that to say you have to get out of your feelings and try to think more linear and logical. That's step number two. If you can do that, guess what? When that guy that comes up and he's telling you everything you want to hear, you'll be able to see through that nigga like glass. Like, you just telling me what I want to hear. Like, instead of falling for his traps of like, yeah, girl, you beautiful. I want to take you out. Yeah, I see a future with you. Yeah, all of these type of those smooth talkers. You'll be able to source those guys out, because they're going to give off used car salesman vibes. You get what I'm saying?
Right. But it also, I feel like, to be able to, as a woman, choose a man who isn't the car salesman, you have to have the perfect, not, I guess, perfect, but you need that male figure in the household. You need somebody to base that off of. What happens when
That too.
doesn't have that? Where do we learn that? How do we choose when we have no
male figure around?
Yeah.
No, you need a
In my
masculine figure
opinion,
around.
yeah, if you don't have that, in my opinion, because a lot of you women have guy friends, go to that dude. Go to the guys that you friend zone. Go to them.
No. Don't go to what the guys that they friend
sounds
zone
crazy.
these.
No.
They want to smash.
They
That
do wanna
sounds
smash.
crazy.
They do wanna smash. Yeah. Don't listen to me. They do want to smash.
He took too many shots before the podcast, ladies and gents. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, but no, that does suck. So honestly, the real answer is ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Take your time, because in 2025, like a lot of us, we rush into relationships, not fully getting to know the person that we're dating, and then once we get into the relationship, we're like, who the hell are you? Not forgetting that the honeymoon stage, everything is always perfect and beautiful and wonderful and sunshine and rainbow.
Yeah.
Not realizing after that 6 month, maybe a year, that's when the real them comes out, meaning they're going to start being themselves. They're going to be comfortable enough to be themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, not only ask a lot of questions, but when you're dating, don't get caught up in the honeymoon phase. Wait for that honeymoon phase to be over. Don't jump into a relationship until you guys had your first argument. Because then you'll be like, okay, that's what you don't like. Okay, that's what ticks you off. Or that's how you are when you get mad. And see if you guys can handle each other when you guys are upset at each other. Okay, can I still handle this person when he or she is mad? Can I still tolerate this? Or can this be fixed? You know what I'm saying? And I believe when two people really like each other, they'll compromise and work it out.
Yeah.
So don't be in such a rush to getting a relationship. I mean, we've all made that mistake. I've done it, and
It's part of growing.
It's part of growing, but just make sure you learn from that mistake and don't keep making that mistake.
Yeah.
Don't keep making that mistake, because at that point you're just an idiot.
Yeah, facts. I would agree.
So just don't rush.
Or one thing you can do, you could click the link in the bio.
Oh,
I'll just message you. Had to do a quick plug. All right, let me get to the super chats, and if y'all ain't got no questions, I guess we're gonna wrap up. But if y'all do have questions, we can continue on. We got Mundo sends in $2. Old ladies coping hard out here. Time to settle, ma'am. Okay. Then he says,
Am I old?
being single
No,
at
it's me.
this age for ladies is a big L. Any perspective on that,
I'm
ladies?
chilling after leaving my person. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay.
Derogatory.
I wouldn't say. Again, it's situational. I was married. I'm divorced now.
I don't think
being
it's mostly
single.
directed to you, but
It's me. They're directed to
Most
the old
likely
lady
just
would be
Sam.
me.
Well, nah,
You're not
I thought y'all,
old, but you're also
29.
situational.
I'm the oldest
How
one
old are
here.
you?
You're also
35.
situational.
35?
though.
Yeah, I'm the oldest one here.
36.
I just
36.
would like a large picture, like you said, it's situational. I didn't choose this. I chose to be a wife.
what I will say is you still can find a guy. It's just not going to be.
You chose to divorce him, though. So you chose it.
I chose to divorce him. You have my back up against the wall. Everybody in our neighborhood knew that he fucked my best friend's
That's
cousin.
embarrassing. I ain't
That's
gonna
an-
stop.
Everyone,
embarrassing.
and not only that, I have a business. I have people that looked at me.
You had a
I had-
reputation.
I do have a
I don't
reputation.
even blame him on that one. At least dude from chick that lived an
That's,
hour away.
but that
bro.
was my point. If he would have cheated and I never far away,
Right,
he
right.
had a bitch in Pittsburgh the entire time. Go visit your mom. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's
But across the street with people that I like, my best friend, literally. If
You know what you do is you reverse it.
I agree with her
So
on this
look
point.
at
I
this
ain't
real
gonna
quick. Here's a perspective. Because the thing is, the woman that had sex with a man but didn't get anything from it, her value decreased. So really, you could be like, you had sex with him and your value decreased. You didn't get any commitment. He's not, protecting and
That is
providing for
how
you.
we
You're taking an L.
But that's how
the reality of it.
But reality is that's how we compartmentalize in order to stay in the marriage. But genuinely deep down inside, that is
That's
how
the truth, though, too.
But
I ain't gonna lie.
It is
Cooley.
what you're saying. It is.
I'm with her on this
it's
one,
a
bro.
form of. It's
That
a
is
form
how
of
we
cope.
correct.
But-
that is how we compartmentalize, and that is how
but-
we work through the
That
day to
cope is
day.
true.
But that's how you work through visually looking like the marriage is healthy, but deep down inside, trust is broken, physicality is ruined. I can never be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, what comes
It's
first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, I
If
know
you
what you're
want your
saying.
okay, so this girl was freaky. Yeah, she was freaky because she didn't have to fold your laundry. Of course, she was freaky. Whatever the case may be. All I'm saying is now what you stepped outside of the marriage to search for. Once you come back in the marriage, I'm less likely to give you the excitement you're looking for. You were getting everything you need. What did you go over there for? The thrill
It
of
ain't-
cheating across the
nah,
street?
I'm with on that one, bro. I'm sorry. I'm with on that
No,
one.
no one's saying we not with her. We understand you. I'm just trying to give you the reality that from the man's perspective, it ain't as deep as what you're thinking. Like,
It should be if you're married
it
with
should
kids.
be.
with
It should
kids.
be.
As a married man.
But it isn't. We're not
Yeah.
speaking about should. We speaking about how it
But you
went
could have
down.
literally, he could have moonwalked home. Like that's how close we lived across the street. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, dang yeah, he
Like,
was
he
was
could
hitting the
have-
neighbor.
I'm with her on that one, bro. Like,
So
at least do
I
come
would
and
say,
check out
I would genuinely say the only reason I left mine, and it goes back to outside perspective and what people think. I could not face the fact that people were going to know I was a dumb, weak bitch if I went back to my husband, only because there were so many people that had an outside
Yeah,
perspective.
the humiliation
It was
in that situation.
purely
So
humiliating.
In that particular situation, you did right. I ain't gonna hold
I
you.
think she did
at least
right.
you
I don't think it
if,
took
if
the
I'm
whole
gonna cheat, I ain't
podcast
gonna
for
cheat with
you guys
the
to
next
admit
one.
it.
I'm gonna go
East.
to the next
I mean,
town.
Dan. Make sure you
I'm
switch
gonna
it.
go to the next town. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go like an hour away, maybe. I'm from New York, so I'm gonna go to New York. If I'm in PA, I'm gonna go cheat with you with a chicken in New York because I know you're not gonna find out. I'm not gonna do it right across the street. He got that. That's
But
crazy.
he was also heavily intoxicated. So again, you sit there and try to compartmentalize. At the end of the day, what's wrong is
He an
wrong.
idiot.
Yeah. But
All right.
yes, I'm old and I'm still single, and yes, I'm alone.
But no,
I don't think he. I think he said he was speaking about like everybody that's in their 30s, I guess,
But-
because
That's not
that's
old.
what he pretty much said.
One more thing. But you honestly, in all actual reality, you can find another guy that's gonna treat you well. The only thing you're gonna have
Got
to
lower
do
your
is
standards. Yeah. So we got KB Mall sends in $5. The cope you provide to yourself now because you didn't prioritize doing what it takes to keep a man long term. Bad decisions by you got you here. Get comfy. Okay, I see what he's saying. Yeah, I agree with that.
I would hope he would speak in full sentences, and then I might be able to understand what he's trying to say.
I mean, that's maybe the way I was reading it. He says.
He lives in his mom's basement. Come on.
He says, "Stop the cope. You provide yourself. You provide yourself." And he is putting words in there. That's why I'm skipping over some words. There's too many words. You provide yourself. You provide for yourself now because you didn't prioritize doing what it takes to keep a man long term. Bad decisions is what you got yourself into.
Wrong.
So
I've
get
been a
comfortable.
hustler since I was 14.
Okay, yeah, he's saying that.
Yeah. No,
Okay, I
I've
guess
been.
he's speaking about you. I don't know.
My parents were both on drugs. I've been on my own since I was 14.
Got you. We got Broadway Joseph and $5. Feelings.
Trump logic.
Feelings trump logic. Logic is there to create equilibrium. Each needs each other. Okay? Each needs each other. Got it. We got Chris sends in $5. Women should trust their male family members for dating advice since those are the only men who aren't trying to smash.
Good advice.
And
That is
will
good
be
advice.
honest with you.
That's
Good advice.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Very good advice.
Because it doesn't necessarily have to be a father. I mean, I have uncles in my life.
Yeah.
I have,
Ask them, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can ask them.
Because you gotta understand, all men were most likely the same. All men, we know men.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
we
was good
understand, we
advice.
understand the male experience because
We'll tell you what to look out
Ladies, let's get y'all involved a little bit. Any questions?
What are your red flags?
I
Your
went.
personal ones.
I went through my red
No,
flags.
not what are your red
Not-
flags for a woman?
Oh, for me, like what are red flags that I have?
for. Yeah, Cooley, what are
You
your
wanna
red
go first?
flags? They asked you.
What?
Oh, dag.
God damn.
Yeah, I must do this a lot.
You go
Okay.
first.
Dang. All right. Good win. I usually beat you.
He usually does too.
That's like the first time you beat me.
Well,
This
next
is the second time. It's the
Some
second
more.
time.
Some more next
It's the
time.
second time you beat
What'd
me,
you say?
bro.
Some more next time.
I love
More
thumb
next
war.
time.
He might win. He got long thumbs.
Oh, okay. So what's some red flags of myself? I mean, I would say that, how God created Jesus and human beings in his image, but really God created us in his image. I'll say that like, I was created in God's image, so I ain't really got no red.
I knew you were going to say something.
I knew that's where I was going.
I was thinking of something dumb to say. Like,
I'll go first.
I got it. I would say this. Girls could view this as,
be honest.
They could view it as a red flag, right? I work a lot. I'm doing things. Running multiple business. I'm a hardworking man. Don't got a lot of time. I'm very direct, right? That could be a red flag to some people because maybe they can't handle it. But at the end of the day, I just wouldn't, that person don't qualify. You get what I'm saying? So what's another red flag? I ain't got no trauma or nothing. Nigga, I ain't got no, what?
You got preferences, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
So it's just me one of those preferences.
Yeah, let's say that. Standards are high, got preferences, so that could be a red flag because you just won't qualify, I guess. I don't know. What about you, bro?
Well, one, not having a good relationship with their parents, especially their father.
No. We talking about you gotta give your red flag.
You.
Within
me?
you.
Yeah. My personal red flags, like
what are your?
Yeah, like what's something you need to work on or something?
I need to work on. I'm impatient. Hmm? I am impatient. Lie,
nigga, lie.
Oh, okay. That's the
They've been lying all day, nigga. You could lie.
I didn't lie once.
That's all I got for now. I mean, I'm impatient as hell. I'll be wanting things done.
No, I'm playing.
As soon as I say it. What else? Let me see if I can give you one more. What are my red flags? I can be like too honest and to the point like I could be rude. I could be rude.
Yeah.
I can say that could be a red flag. Yeah. I'm super honest over here.
I could be rude. Like like on the podcast, I'm laid back, but like really, like I could be really rude sometimes and too blunt and say the wrong shit in front of people too sometimes. So yeah, I would say that's my red flag. I need to learn the time and place to say something.
Act. That's what my mom says.
Yeah.
Act, Amanda.
Yeah, I need to learn the time and place.
Yeah, got any other questions? No? Okay. No like group discussion questions or anything? No, not either.
I'll be talking about in our group chats.
You know what? We could so I'll leave it up to y'all ladies. Y'all want to do like last thoughts and wrap it up, which normally takes like 5 minutes, or we could play like one more clip, which I in the mood for.
We can do another clip.
You show of hands. Who's in for another clip?
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, sure. Okay, cool.
All right, word.
After this, my neck hurts because I always remember that, Chris.
Yeah, go to the next one.
The elderly.
He lives in his mom's basement. It's fine.
Hey, get the likes up too, man. Don't be a ninja watcher, bro. Get the likes up. It's free. Did you mute me, Dan? No, I'm not muted. Yeah, get the likes up.
Her and I never got to talk about the bitch with 4 husbands.
Yeah, facts.
That went off. My bad.
Can't stand that lady.
He said I can't stand.
Crazy.
Yeah, we didn't even give our perspective on that either.
We did not.
Yeah, we just stopped because the convo.
All right, let's check this clip out.
I didn't mean to bother you, but like, where you get that?
Get the what?
Oh, where you get that?
Get the what?
Like your beauty, like you're very beautiful. Yeah, what's your name?
I'm married.
Oh, you married? You can't have friends though? You said what?
¿Tú no tienes novia?
Nah, no tengo novia. ¿Quieres ser amigos?
No, porque mi esposo se enoja.
Oh, él no necesita saber. Oh, ok, perdón, entonces, cuídate. Yeah, bro, she got that. Yeah, oh God. She crazy.
What did we say earlier? We said ignore guys because it's guys like that. They'll, even though you'll say no, I got a man, whatever. We look at it as try harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ignore guys. Like, look, when men give advice to you about other men, you believe us because, for one, we either are
I've
friends
been a
with those
sponge.
guys.
I'm a sponge.
Because the reason why we're telling you that because we either are
Let's get their
friends with those
perspective real
guys.
quick,
And,
East, and then we go last.
I got too into it.
I know you was like, yeah, that proves our point.
Yo, see
It was, it did. Let's go with you. What's your thoughts on that video?
I think
and all
she's
that?
way too friendly. No way am I entertaining a man that long, and I got a man, especially if he's applying that much pressure.
Fair enough. What about you? What's your thoughts on that?
What's my name?
Dane. Oh, Samantha.
No, you know what? Okay.
That's cheating.
I'm not good with like
That's fine.
I
I'm
think
just
I
joking.
remembered.
So I agree that she's way too friendly. The only thing that I will say is she seemed like she enjoyed the compliments far too much because she probably enjoys words of affirmation and she's not getting that at home. Doesn't make it acceptable, but you could tell by when she kept turning around that she just doesn't ever hear that, and it was a boost of confidence. I think
she had that Brazilian butt lift done. She had
it
that
was probably investment. Somebody was noticing her investment, which probably meant she got the Brazilian butt lift because her husband didn't appreciate her in her natural state. So she was doing that in order to get his acceptance, and in return, that still probably wasn't enough for him because he probably either paid for it, resented that he paid for it, something along those lines. So getting a compliment from the outside was the words of affirmation she's been looking for because she's not getting it within the household.
Okay, so that's your reasoning for why.
Still doesn't make it acceptable, but I could tell by the way she was engaging, it felt good for her to hear.
I see the reasoning behind it. I'll go give a quick reasoning to it to counter that reasoning. So I see what you're saying. Like, okay, yeah, she got the Brazilian butt lift. She got her body done for her man, and he probably paid for it, blah, 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 blah. Let's just grant that all to you. Let's say that she got it for her man. This doesn't mean that she was void of getting compliments. That woman was still definitely getting compliments. And with that, her body being done, because it was definitely done, you could just tell it was done. That guy approaching her, that wasn't the first guy. She's been getting many
Well, she
men.
wore those pants on purpose. We ass check before we leave. We're absolutely making sure that it looks
but when
the way it's supposed to look.
When the Heinz is done that much, when the Heinz is done like that, it don't matter what you wear. The Heinz is Heining. Hey, you can see the Heinz in any type of sweat.
But she wore a crop top. She wore contrasting colors and a print on her pants.
But that tells me that she's looking for the attention.
Correct.
So that part I agree with.
Because she's not getting it at home.
That doesn't mean that she isn't getting it at home.
I promise you, when a woman gets it at home, she will not search for it outside.
No, what I do think that women are just addicted to attention. Like women currency, like men, the reason, I'll say this. The adult industry, like porn/corn, men are the consumers of that. We're the biggest consumers of porn because we looking at our craving for things is sex, right? And some sort, sexuality. On the opposite, like this is how a man gets his dopamine hit, by watching porn. It's like you get a dopamine hit from it. But in vice versa, women receive the same dopamine hit as men receive from watching porn via Instagram and getting free attention from men. So it's a dopamine hit. And women don't get that same dopamine hit from watching porn because women don't even watch porn like that. Men are the main consumers of corn. With that being said, on the reverse side, I think that she's just addicted to attention. That's my point.
Me personally, I think anybody that puts that amount of money in their body is addicted to attention.
Yeah.
Personally.
But the other stuff you said, I don't disagree with it because you're just making an assertion. I think that was a pretty good one, too. Yeah, it was a good one. I was just giving a counter just to annoy you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I gave... Oh, yeah, Sophia. No, Sophia went. Yeah. Let's go to Amanda.
I agree with everything Samantha said as far as the woman just needing more attention at the grocery store. Again, I mean, she's probably not a secure woman. Like, if that were me, even if I was single or in a relationship, either way, I wouldn't entertain it.
She was talking too much.
Told you.
I'm
Stop
just
talking, ladies.
I don't know. If a man approaches me at the grocery store, at the gym, even like out while I'm doing things, I'm so in the zone with what I'm doing that if you're like, hey, blah, 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 I'm like, shut up, you're annoying. Like,
But
I
what
want to
if you're
keep doing
single,
what I'm
though?
doing.
If you're single?
Even if I'm single. No.
Wait, time out, Amanda. Seriously, so if you meet a man that's your type and
You think I'm going to meet him at the grocery store?
I go to the, it's men, regular guys go to the grocery store. Like, you think niggas got to eat. Like,
I
niggas go
doubt
to the
it.
grocery store.
I doubt
So,
it.
And if he's at the grocery store, probably he's single, because if he wasn't single,
the chick is probably going to the grocery store.
Or they go together.
Or something like that. Or sometimes niggas want to pick up something real fast. But what I'm saying is, you could probably meet a guy at the grocery store, but it's a hypothetical. Hypothetically, if you met a man that was like your type, that fits whatever your standard is, like as far as looks, you wouldn't give him a shot? You would shut him down at Walmart?
If you,
Like, if he was a
I am
Chad.
so in my zone. I don't even notice. I don't even notice because I'm in and out. I'm there to get this, and this. I'm in my own
have
world.
you experienced guys trying to hit on you when you're out and about like that?
They're ugly. They're always ugly. So
Okay,
I
so you never
entertain.
really.
So that's why I
okay.
said the default is to not even pay them no mind.
so you were in the zone, but you still noticed they were ugly?
You give a little quick look, like no, and then
Okay,
you're
so
like, keep going.
yeah, your default E's right. Say it
And the
again.
default is to not look because they're mostly like for example, I got a Bumble account and I don't ever go on it because all the girls that like me are ugly, so I don't even touch the app, bro.
I stopped logging in.
I don't even check. I get all the notifications all the time. You gotta like. I don't even bother looking anymore.
It's like go through like 50 like dislike.
I will
dislike,
say that
dislike,
it is
dislike.
entertaining, though, if you're ever bored.
Of course.
Oh yeah,
if
I love
I'm
it.
bored, the things that Hinge thinks I want is
funny.
wild.
I love when they send the private messages. Those are great. So great.
It's wild.
I wish I would have screenshotted some of the ones to bring in.
We do, and we share them in the group chat.
So
Is that against Hinge
You
rules?
got them in the group chat right now?
There's some scary.
Let's get her perspective on that video.
I'm an antisocial person, so
I concur.
I don't really talk to people in public.
Okay.
And also, I don't assume that people are flirting with me. I don't always pick up on social cues. Sometimes I just think you're being nice.
Okay.
I had a man recently tell me that he'd been flirting with me for years. I just thought you were a nice person.
Fair enough. All right. Ease, you wanna cook now?
Wait, I got another question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Are you going to read some of those
Super chats?
Yeah.
Let me see if any of
Is your
them.
phone still even on?
Oh damn, my phone died. Go to the super chats. Let me see. I should got to do it, bro.
Do I even got access?
Yeah. Damn, maybe not. Let me see.
Maybe I should
He's
start paying more attention to the guys at the grocery store.
Oh no, there's no other. There's no more super. There's no more. There's no mean super chats in
Is
here.
there any troll comments?
We don't read the comments. There's most likely comments, but
I mean, I
there's
read it
so
for
many.
myself,
They're coming in
but-
like.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like it's so many that come in. So many that come in. But yeah, my phone died. Then I gotta charge my phone. Okay, let's do last thoughts on the podcast. Then, if no one has any questions.
I thought it was great.
Cool. Well, we go around. Let's start over here. Well, we'll do this. We'll normally do it like this anyway. If you have any random questions that pop up, we can get to your questions. But if you don't have any questions, then you can just give me your last thoughts on how you like the show, starting with you, Amanda.
Oh gosh. I don't even have any words. Just thanks for having me. And it was interesting to hear everyone's perspective. And yeah, I just enjoyed being here.
You were a good sport.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I
you
get
were
a
a
little
good sport.
feisty, but it's just have a fire
Yeah,
in
no,
me.
that's fine. And we don't expect, because this is how many of y'all ever been on a podcast before?
Never.
Never. Yeah, so this is a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna have some grace if, you know, and I think most, y'all did good. We get some panels on here where girls can't answer questions. Everything is, it depends. It really wasn't like this today. So shout out to y'all. Yeah, this was a chill panel.
Good.
Yeah, answered questions directly. So
Nobody got into an argument.
Yeah.
It was chill.
Did you
were
guys
just
ever
having
have
some.
a fight on?
I had a girl throw a drink on me. And then I had a chick tried to swing on me, but like I dipped on it and I had to call the cops on her. But yeah, I had some crazy stuff happen.
No.
I mean, I
Yeah.
watched some of the clips. I missed that one.
Oh, the swinging?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shorty was.
What did
She was
you say?
throwing.
What did you say to piss her off?
I don't even remember something like
say
she
that
don't
you're her
qualify
father?
for the nigga. What?
Did you say you're her father?
No, it was something like. It was something.
Oh, she didn't like that word.
Yeah, you didn't like
I
that.
told you she didn't like that word.
Yo,
Father.
you didn't like
I
that.
knew. I caught it quick. Oh, she don't like that word. Father.
Oh,
I was
was
like,
funny.
it
I
was
watched-
like the only thing that was upsetting is like it makes logical sense. It's just we don't. I guess here's the
That
whole
man
thing.
is your daddy.
I understand you
No.
say that, but like when you don't have a father figure,
Yeah.
that is where the situational comes into place because like I'm fighting for my life. You know what I mean? Like, okay, when you don't have an example, whose daddy's taking over a daddyless daughter?
Yeah.
So where does that come into play? And who can, but then I completely disagree with saying, ooh, I didn't have a dad, so that I'm like this because of this. So I don't make excuses for it. And
Yeah,
at the
that
end of
makes-
the day, it makes logical sense hearing it.
That's a valid point because a lot of women, they don't even have a father. They never experienced a relationship with a man. They never experienced a relationship with their father and seen a relationship dynamic with their mother and a father, how a man treats a woman, how the woman should treat the man. They never seen that dynamic. So then when they, are dating a man and that man is a man and he has standards and he's setting guidelines and
I was
boundaries
raised by an
on a
Italian
relationship.
woman. She's like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Exactly. You're gonna cat fight back with them and you're gonna be less likely to submit. This is why I want you to have like linear thinking. If you already do the most ultimate form of submission and having sex with a man, you might as well do those lower levels of submission and follow the man's lead and cook and clean and
But I
do
still
his
gotta go to
laundry. We all working. The man still has to do his job too. Everyone's doing their job. This just your standards are so high. Most men that you meet, they're not going to be on your level. It's just the facts, right? Like, trust me. Like, I'm 35, and it took me. I just started making over six figures when I hit 30. So it took me 30 years to hit the six-figure mark. Now I'm in high six figures, but it took a long time for me to get to that marker. A lot of ups and downs and figuring things out. You know what I mean? And then also as a man, like we could speak about when we were east as well too, but I'm 200 pounds now, but I was still 6'4" when I was 23 years old, and I was 140 pounds.
Damn,
So he was mad skinny too. So like the thing what I wanted to let y'all ladies understand here is that women are born with their sexual value. So your main job is to preserve your sexual value for the man that you want. You preserve your value, you want to experience less. The less you experience, the more you'll be able to experience true love. Think about it. You get your heart broke once, you was deeply in love, it's going to be much harder for you to experience that first love again. That's just how it goes. So you would actually be doing yourself a favor. And of course, you can't rewind the clock back now. I'm just speaking in general. And if anyone is having daughters, there's some game you want to give to your daughters. You'll want to try to preserve your value for one man. The thing is, men, we live a different experience. We have a burden of performance on us. Women don't have a burden of performance. You're born with your sexual value. Men, we don't care about, your career path and stuff like that. We'll still accept you if you're beautiful and follow our lead. Men, we have to earn our sexual value. So we have to actually get out there and become something, become a better man, right? And that takes time. So when that man actually became that guy, that 1% guy like you, guess what? He got options now. And you think that he just wants to settle down with one chick, or you think that he wants to settle, why would he want to settle down with you? You get what I'm saying? So if you look at it from the man's point of view, you'll understand. Because we look at it from the woman's point of view. Like when we was in college, we like, bro, these chicks are baddies. Like I'm in dorm room. She's not like, what am I? Like, I'm just a regular nigga, but she's being flown out to Miami on yachts. I can't compete with them athletes right now. I had to become something. Now that I'm 35, the competition is there now, but back then it wasn't. So we all go through it.
And to add to that, it takes guys a little longer to reach that financial peak. On average, guys, we don't reach that 100K mark or our financial peak until we hit our late 30s, early 40s.
The only thing I will say in regards to let me just say, you must be from a mindset goal driven. If you were to say like, hey, I'm not there yet, in my business, it took me 10 years to get to this point. But I think when you're having a conversation with somebody, if they have a goal, complacency is a disease. If you're dealing with a man that he was like, hey, I'm not there right now, but I can see that he has aspiring goals and that he wants to be there. I'm not saying like, oh my God, you make 95 ill. Like I'm not there, but I don't think because education, spirituality, religious, how you were raised, I think it is hard to have somebody that's not in the same level of you in a lot of regards, because it does create a level of unfamiliarity, resentment, frustration. If you go out to eat and you go to Steak 48 and she ain't never been to nothing but Red Lobster.
Now let me be clear before Cooley reads the super chat. Let me be clear. Me and Cooley advocate for all guys to be, financially stable.
The best version of themselves.
We always... We want all guys to, make sure you have your shit together. And, no woman, should be dating a guy who's not ambitious or who doesn't have any financial goals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're not wrong for wanting a guy to be financially stable.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
but
get
it's
it.
just that, for guys, it just takes a little longer. And
we're just giving you the reality.
Right.
Like, if you meet that man, can you really keep that man and keep him how you want? Like, because remember, these conversations came up because y'all hate guys that cheat, and that's okay. You should, right? That's not anything bad. Guys shouldn't be cheating. Girls shouldn't be cheating. You shouldn't want this. No one's promoting that. But the reality of it is, your standards are high, so it's like the probability is very high that he's probably gonna cheat.
You've ever heard that thing? There's 5 good women for every 1 good man. You think that's true?
No, I think there's not a lot of good women out there either. There's really not a lot of good. So you're saying, we have so many options, but do you really? Do you really? When you look at all the women out there, when you're older at least, when you're younger, it doesn't matter. But when you're like, I'm ready to settle down, I think I want to have a family, I want to have that.
He actually has more options.
Woman.
If he did the work, when he's older, he has more options, because for a man, it takes time for him to a man has to earn his sexual value. So if he does the work, that's why I gave you the example. 23-year-old me, 150 pounds or so, broke, $35,000 a year. 35-year-old me, high 6-figure earner, same height, 205 pounds or something like that. I got my stuff together. It's just the options go up if the man puts in the work. So we tell guys, you may be young now and you don't got many options. That's okay. Be the best version of yourself. Go out there, get a better job, get in the gym, become better. And the byproduct of you increasing your value is chicks. So don't do it for the chicks. Do it for yourself. Be the best version you can. And the byproduct is more chicks. The difference is with women, you already are born with your value up front. So it's like you already got all the options. So now you just need some discernment and a father figure around to help you choose your right mating choice. Make the right mating choice. That's all we're saying. In a perfect world, that's how it would go. But is it going like that now? No, everybody dating one another.
Dating sex
really
for both
great women
men
out
and
there
women.
to really have a big. But
there's not a lot of great women out there for us either. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I just said. So
it sucks for both of us.
So I am the prize.
Exactly. I'm like, you're both the prize.
For the 1% man, you're not. For the average man, probably
Yeah, but for the 1% man, you're not.
Yeah,
because
look,
she has
ladies,
a lot of girls
for
that
the
want 'em.
average man, most of the guys that probably slide in your DMs or talk to you, you're probably the prize, right? We're just saying for the guy that meets your standard, You ain't the prize. That's
but
all we're
his
saying.
prize is not unattainable as well, because his prize is probably somebody 10 times hotter than any of us.
No, it's
which
not.
would also cheat on him.
Because that's the thing. Men, we don't have a problem dating down.
Yeah, we'll date
Women
down.
do. A man that's the top 1% earner, he'll take a chick.
But then
that's
why
a
wouldn't he talk
six.
to somebody
Cooley
like
said, he'll
us?
take a chick that's
Take
a
a chick
six
that's a
with
six.
a nice body that'll get on his program.
Listen.
Whereas a woman who has a lot of money, she will not date nobody less than that.
A chick that's a 6 that can follow a man's lead, and a 6 can follow a man's lead. We'll take that chick over we'll take that girl over a woman that's a 10 that's promiscuous. Or even had a promiscuous past. Like a girl that's a 10, but she was a whore in the past, had her OnlyFans and stuff like this. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you may not have it now, but nah. I'll settle with this 5 actually, if she's loyal and don't got
We'll settle with the 5. We'll marry or have kids, and then we'll cheat when we're 40 because I'm bored. That's what actually happens.
Men don't cheat because they're bored.
Yeah, they do.
We cheat because we can.
Exactly why I just
No,
even
not
talk
like
about it again.
you
Ill.
cheat.
Men
cheat if they. She hate the guy. If we're giving you the reality,
Yeah, man. If men cheat, it's because he can.
no one's saying that.
Well,
This
I'm
is how
gonna
it
cheat
should
because
be.
I can then.
Well, then you would be a whore if you cheat.
Then you're a whore too.
No, men aren't whores. Men are whore makers.
No, then I'm no.
The biggest difference is
Men are whore makers.
No.
Listen, here's the thing. If you go out there and you're promiscuous and you cheat, you've been conquered by another man. That's disgusting.
What
You
if
are
it's?
a
I don't
whore.
look at it like that. I look at it as
It don't
I'm
matter
doing
how you
whatever I
look
want
at
to
it.
do.
No, the thing is, you actually look at it that way. All women know that their value is tied to their sexuality. This is why,
not a whore.
even if most women in their right mind, if they're not crazy, sexual, liberated feminist women, they don't want to be portrayed as a whore at all. They don't even want that out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if they do sleep around and stuff, they want this to be, on the low.
Yeah.
They don't want it out there. A man, he'll be out there do his thing. He don't even care if it comes out. So it's much different. Women know that their value is tied to sex to a huge degree. That's all I'm saying. So if a woman cheats, she's giving up her sexual value, so therefore her value decreases. If a man cheats, we're not saying that we're not saying that it's right, and his value doesn't decrease because a man's value isn't tied.
I'm just confused.
Ladies, understand real quick. A man's value isn't tied to sex. What is women attracted to in a man? Women are attracted to the man's ability to protect and provide, not the ability to slang dick. Right? So if the man cheats, his value doesn't decrease. He's expressing his value. His value doesn't increase either. He's just expressing that he has value because it's hard for men to get sex. It's easy for you to get sex. So what's easy is not respected. You lose value. What's hard is respected. We express the value. Like players are respected. Whores are shamed. Like guys that can sleep with a lot of guys that can sleep with a lot of chicks, everybody calling them, oh, you a pimp, you a player. Women that can sleep with a lot of guys and that do sleep with a lot of guys, ew, promiscuous. It's
so easy for y'all to just get it.
So is it for you? What do you
No, it
it's
isn't. What?
Literally just go on any dating app. You can literally get somebody to come to your
it
house
doesn't work like
now.
that.
You think it's that easy?
I lived with a guy in Ocean City who would literally have girls come over every other night.
You think
Off
it's
dating
that
apps.
You really think it's that easy? That's crazy.
Yes, and he was ugly. He was so ugly. Yes,
You have
it was
no-
easy for
Only
him.
a small percentage of men are able to do that. The majority of men.
So I'll give you a
can't.
statistic. Here's a statistic. It's
I
a
have
fact.
broken
Men
legs,
between
but
the
still getting
ages
girls.
men between the ages of 18 to 30 is either a virgin or haven't had sex in a year.
Who? How about what was that?
Men between the ages of 18 and 30 is either a virgin or haven't had sex in a year. There's not that statistic out there for women. If women have sex, if women don't want to have sex, it's by choice.
Where are these statistics?
If men
Can you
don't want to
pull
have
these up?
sex,
What is
it's
your
by
source?
they
Where
don't
is
got any
this?
options. I mean, I
Something's
got the
not
sources.
adding up.
Okay, do you find the majority of guys attractive?
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
All right then. So are you guys fucking those guys?
No.
So
Exactly.
A lot of women think like that. A lot of women don't find the majority of men attractive. So a lot of men aren't getting sex.
You just said though that women don't go without sex for what, longer than a year or something? What did you say?
With one man, they're just doing it. Most women aren't. Most women. I mean, we live in modernity now. Women can have women can get sex much easier. The argument is this. Let's not move the goalposts around. The argument is it's much harder for a man to have sex. So if he does have sex, it's respected in society, meaning that it's not looked at as shameful if he's being promiscuous. That's just how it's not looked that way. It's easy for the woman to have sex. So if she's out there having sex, it's not respected. For an example, you ever play video games? Okay. You ever play the game on easy mode? And you ever play the game on hard mode? Okay, so let's
just play the game.
Here's
Mortal Kombat.
If you ever played
Zelda.
If you ever played Zelda or Mortal Kombat or any video game, let's say you're playing it with a friend and you play it on hard mode and beat the game, but your friend plays it on easy mode and beat the game, who has more respect? You that beat the game on hard mode or her that beat the game on easy mode? Who gets more respect?
How is it? I mean,
No, just listen. Who gets more respect?
I understand what you're saying.
Hard mode.
Obviously, the hard mode. But
Okay,
this
so
doesn't
stop it.
translate to what you're talking about.
No, this does translate. What I'm
and not
saying
in my
is,
opinion.
it is easy. Well, it's not an opinion; it's a fact. It's easy. You can literally walk outside right now and knock on doors, and even if the guy got a wife at home, and if you're like, "Hey, this booty is all yours," he'll pull down his pants right there and try to get it in with you.
But that guy can also go to a prostitute. Call them. They're
You gotta pay for it. Money is hard to make.
I can't go to a club and be
Facebook
like,
dating. Literally go anywhere. You can get it for free. Like, it's not hard.
My phone is dead.
create a fake profile. Create a fake profile. You have your man, and let me see how many. Let me see how many messages
I'm
you
gonna
got.
create the hottest guy, and I will get so many girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely not. You ain't even gonna know how to pick up chicks.
That I might have problems with.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Let's do. Any other chats came in?
Yeah, one.
Okay, we got $5, Chris. Did I read that other one?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me read the other one real quick. No, I didn't read the other one. So Chris sends in $10. I appreciate the support, Chris. Appreciate you, man. You've been in here supporting a lot. He says, men always lie to women in order to sleep with them. So a lot of the things us men were saying might trigger you ladies because this is the first time you're actually hearing the truth from men who aren't trying to smash you. Yeah, this is what I told y'all before. Like, we can tell you the truth like this. Like, I went on these... I mean, I go on other podcasts, these freaking blue pill podcasts, and most of these guys, they're just they're tiptoeing all the time. And they're not telling the truth to women because they have ulterior motives. You get what I'm saying? And that's not part of their game anyway. Their part of their game is lying to women. Like us, we tell the truth to girls. So it's like...
Because we don't care. We ain't trying to say
Yeah, like...
We don't give a fuck. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give two shits. I just want to eat.
Me too.
Yeah, we gotta get some growth. We got Chris sends in $5. Share the clip of a woman posing as a reg guy.
Yeah.
A regular guy?
So, yeah, I know
Okay,
what you're
I see
talking
what you're saying. A regular guy on a dating app. She hated women after... Okay, I'll read it again. He says, share the clip of the woman posing as a regular guy on a dating app. She hated women after a couple of days. Women have no clue how hard it is to get laid. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen. I don't know. You, gotta hang out with the frat guys.
No. What you talking about? Like, you are speaking to a man that you don't even know the type of guy you're speaking to right now, and it's hard. It's hard. I was this type of guy here, this type of guy now. Ease can tell you just on the levels of it. And then even when we meet other men, I'll be with I'll be with famous people, athletes. I see how it is. And even for these niggas, it's still hard. I'll be in mansions, millions of dollars, mansions, and it's still hard for them to pull chicks. They still have chicks that flake on them. Yeah, are they having more sex than the average man? Yes, they are. But at the end of the day, it ain't as easy as you think. It's hard, ladies. It's much harder than what you have to go through. I could all just go outside and...
In simple terms, it's harder for women to get commitment. It's harder for men to get sex.
Facts. Steve M sends in $2. The women there are twos. Their days are long gone.
Calling out ugly.
Oh, y'all want to reply to Steve M?
No, he lives in
Go
his mom's
fuck your hand.
He said go have a day with Pamela.
All right, let's wrap up. The ladies is getting hungry and tired. So, Amanda, thank you for your last thoughts. Would you come back on the podcast? Amanda's like, no, I don't care about this.
I don't know. I'm kind of feisty. I feel like I was really feisty.
No, you were fine. Trust me, it's much worse.
Must be that women overthinking thing. Yeah.
When you watch it back, I mean, depending on you'll be. It is what it is. You had an opinion. That's totally fine. How'd you like the podcast?
It was a nice experience.
You like the experience? Would you come back?
I would after a nap though.
Okay, I'll have you back. How about you? How'd you like the show?
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Can I have you back?
Oh yeah.
I'll have you back.
Word.
And my mom.
You bring your moms?
Yeah, told them they're going to be
Wait,
moms.
y'all bring your moms?
My mom would definitely do this.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Seriously.
Let's bring the moms. Daughter and moms? I think that'd be fire.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be fire.
Oh, your mom's hot.
She used to be, not really
Come on,
anymore.
Ease, get your mind out the
She's
gutter.
like 55.
I forgot we're still live. My bad.
My bad. How'd you like the show?
Show you a picture.
It was cool. I would come back.
You'll come back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining the podcast. Chat, I am going live. And also, I seen some comments in there about the Raging Tomato debate. On the Raging Tomato debate, my stream ended because I had some audio issues. And while I was live arguing with some transgender guy or whatever, I hit the wrong thing and it totally ended the stream while I was trying to fix my audio. Because if you was watching that debate, the person's audio was compressing mine every time I spoke, and I can hear it, and I'm like pressing buttons over here while I'm arguing with this doofus, and I hit the end stream. So, but I talked to the gal at Raging Tomato, Sarah, I believe her name is. I'll be back on next week on Thursday. I'll do another debate with them. So yeah, that's all it was. It was just a malfunction error there with the audio. But we got debate night this Sunday, so tune in then. Other than that, Ease, you got anything?
Nah, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Appreciate y'all.
That's another reason why I wear the glasses, too, because the lights.
Chat, I just want to say I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Be reading everything.
Yo, chat, we do appreciate y'all. Yo, chat, without y'all, for real, chat, without y'all, No Fugazi Podcast wouldn't be here. Y'all been supporting us since day one, so give a shout out to all the day ones. I appreciate y'all. We got more memberships than ever, so we greatly appreciate it. Before you go, like the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, click the bell icon. Peace. We out. Go ahead, Dan. Actually, Gabby, you done. And you want to leave too? This is how our relationship goes. God over man, man over woman, woman over children.